Yeah, we are live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the shit show.
Welcome to the circus.
All right. I don't even think anybody's in here, but it's okay. You know?
They're probably over on Earl's channel right now.
Okay. Perfect time for me to tell my story then. All right. Okay. I just want to tell my story. This is over 20 years ago. All right. I used to have seizures. I went out with my best friend to the mall and I had a seizure. Of course, fucking people called the cops and the cops beat the shit out of me. That's the first experience I've ever had why I fucking hate cops. So that was over 20 years ago. So you would just think that they would know about all the medical issues, mental issues of all the people out there, right? Yet, besides that, I was the lucky one. I was the one sent to the hospital. And now, only a couple of days ago, cops got involved again. And let me rewind this, turn the mute off.
Man dead. Medical call for a seizure ended with a man dead. His family says they witnessed him go limp as at least one officer held him down, and now they're demanding answers and justice.
WGN's Jenna Barnes is here now with the latest. Jenna?
Ray and Micah, the family has retained attorneys to hopefully get those answers. They say Riker Earl begged for his life and shouted that he couldn't breathe, alleging deputies held him down for more than 15 minutes.
United in their grief, family and friends gathered in Northwest Indiana Tuesday evening as they prepare to lay to rest father of two, 26-year-old Riker Earl.
We shouldn't be here today. That's all I have to say. We should not be here today.
Their handwritten push for answers, for justice on display in the church parking lot.
I had witnessed him begging for his life.
Earl's aunt, Miracle Galinsky, was in the room September 8th when she says Jasper County Sheriff's officers pinned Earl face down on the floor for 15 minutes as he shouted he couldn't breathe.
He was face down in the pillow with handcuffs behind his back. There was an officer on the upper part of the backside of his body.
Police were called there along with emergency medical technicians to help Earl. He was prone to seizures and for the second time that day needed medical assistance for seizures. The family says some of the same EMTs responded that second time when his grandmother called 911.
And she's the one who has reported that he, in trying to put on his shorts to go to the hospital, fell over and bumped into either a police officer or one of the first responders, and that seemed to trigger a change in their behavior to treating him like a criminal at that point instead of a patient.
I had actually bent down next to him and I just told myself, Sissy's here. It'll be okay, Riker. It'll be okay. Sissy's here. And then he went limp. And I was just begging and pleading. He's blue. He's blue. Like he's blue. You can tell he's blue. Do something, take his pulse.
Earl's aunt says when first responders did take his pulse, there wasn't one. Earl was taken to the hospital where the family says tests confirmed he had no brain activity. He was removed from life support on September 10th.
The only thing I really have right now is anger.
The sheriff's office statement from 2 days later makes no mention of the alleged circumstances of Earl's death. It reads that on September 8th, officers responded to a medical 911 call from a residence. And on September 10th, the office was informed the patient had passed away.
Yeah, the dangers of prone restraint have been known for years to law enforcement. Everybody in the public has known about them since the George Floyd.
All right. I'm sorry, but I can't watch any more of that shit.
Dude, that is fucked up.
And what I was trying to point out is that is exactly what happened to me. Over 20 years ago, they made a medical phone call to the police and they came in, beat the shit out of me, stomped my head into the fucking curb, all that shit. While my friend was standing right next to me, screaming at them, he's having a seizure, leave him the fuck alone. You know, next thing I know, I'm in the fucking hospital. So it's a fucking sad story, and I'm sorry, but I just wanted to bring that up.
Dude, I mean, you had every right to bring that up because of the correlation between it. A 20-year difference from what happened to you to what happened to this guy, and you were fortunate enough to survive. That dude, police should not show up on a medical call whatsoever.
I completely agree. Unless they're fucking doctors. I'm sorry. They're not EMTs. They're not doctors.
I beg to differ on that because I've ran medical calls where law enforcement should have been there.
You were fired. You were fire department. They train that shit. They don't train the cops on that shit. They train the cops how to fucking beat the shit out of people and restrain them and scream.
Back in the day, they used to train the cops.
Stop resisting. Stop resisting. Stop resisting when they're not fucking moving.
Yeah, but back in the day, most of the cops that we had, they were also firefighters. They did dual job.
Dual job, I wouldn't trust them. They wouldn't have enough time to do any updates on medical bullshit.
Yeah, they do.
Not if they're trying to. Not if they're doing two fucking jobs at the same time.
No, not at the same time, because you can only be on 24 on, 48 off. So in the 48 off, they'd be law enforcement and doing their training.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I still don't trust the cops. I'm sorry. That's how it all started with you guys. I used to have seizures and they beat the shit out of me. I've seen it. It just fucking pisses me off. And then I see more of that shit. People dying online just because of the cops and the lack of the good cops, if they're already out there, just standing there, not doing jack fucking shit. Do I believe that there are good cops out there? Yes. But I think they're instantly fired once their other officers realize that they're good cops.
They get demonized.
They get fired.
Exactly. That, or they're in like little small rural towns.
Oh yeah.
Not
or maybe
like
they'll
big cities.
Or maybe they'll be an Epstein.
Yeah, that's like that cop up in Seattle back after Floyd happened, right? He went on social media telling his fellow officers, look, these people have the right to protest. They have the right to record. Let's quit violating people's constitutional rights. He was fired immediately after he posted that video, and the state of Washington ruined him.
Oh yeah. I watched a video on Facebook after the Floyd incident, and there was a cop in there making a video while he's in his car saying this is completely fucking bullshit. He posted that, lost his job.
Yeah.
It's just like that Florida highway patrol woman that fucking busted that Miami cop doing 120 on the fucking interstate, pulls him the fuck over and gets him out of his car at gunpoint, disarms him, arrested him, and charged him with reckless operation of a vehicle because he was not on duty when he was fucking hauling ass down the interstate. And she said, just because you're a police officer doesn't mean anything. She's like, you don't come on the highway and endanger people's fucking lives. Exactly. She arrested the dude at gunpoint. She turned around. The DA dropped the fucking charges against that officer, then turned around and she started having Miami officers coming to her fucking residence and officers from her own fucking post showing up outside her house, stalking her and making threats against her. She had to quit her fucking job and move.
I heard about that.
Yeah, because there was another officer, an Orlando PD cop that got caught, I think by Broward County, doing 85 in a 45. The cop pulled him over.
Yeah, that was another instance where the deputy fucking put lights and sirens on. The Orlando cop fucking ignored him and finally pulled him over and blocked his car and got out and asked him what the fuck he was doing. He said, I'm not doing this. I'm on my way to work. Got in his car and fled the scene.
Yeah, the Orlando cop ended up getting terminated because of that.
Oh, what about the cops who ran over that little girl? Shit, can't think of her name, but he was going 70 miles per hour on a road, off duty in his patrol car with a passenger, most likely his girlfriend or a prostitute in the passenger seat, and hit a 10 or 11-year-old girl, and they never interviewed him or anything. He tested for alcohol or anything, and he left.
Yeah.
That's on my page.
Yeah, there was another cop up in Washington that
What's
killed
up, Pepperoni?
unalived a pedestrian.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Let's stop talking about pedestrians for a second. What happened today that we found out in Kentucky? Now they're going after the fucking judges.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, the fucking sheriff that shot down that fucking judge.
Yeah, but there's something behind it. I don't know what it is. There's something behind it.
Yeah,
Nobody will say.
They said it
there's
might
a lot
be
more behind it.
They said it might be because he was forcing the cops to have sex or something behind in his office, and I don't know. The judge was had a lawsuit on him. So and it was like a couple days ago when the officer or the sheriff's, and it wasn't an officer, it was actually
it was the sheriff.
Yeah, it was actually the sheriff. Was interviewed for that lawsuit. Hey, Barbara.
Yeah, but
Well, okay. Well, we have a lot of different things to talk about. It's all up to you guys. We can talk about P. Diddy and all the people that he's starting to sing like a fucking canary, and a lot of people's names are coming out that I wish I never heard, because it's starting.
Oh no! Speaking of somebody singing like a canary,
did you hear what they just found in his house? They found over 100 bottles of baby oil, and they found over 710 dildos.
Oh yeah, and they had all that KY jelly and all that shit.
Okay, you remember the cop that killed Sonia Massey, right?
Over 100 bottles of baby oil, and they found over 710 dildos.
Oh, that's why there's like funny little gadgets on Facebook now about baby oil. And
Yep.
Yeah.
No, the cop that killed.
What's up, Scrub? What's up, Scrub?
Yeah, no, the cop that killed Sonia Massey.
Yeah,
He's singing like a canary and just implemented 6 other cops, and said, "No, I was ordered to kill her." Yeah, he's singing like
Ordered by who?
By the chief.
Okay. I'm sorry, but I don't give a shit what kind of job I have. If my boss tells me to go kill someone, I don't give a shit. I'm not gonna fucking do it.
That's when I would get proof of it, and I would fucking turn it over directly to the state police.
Exactly. Eggs fucking exactly. I would fucking
Yeah, but we all know how corrupt Illinois is.
Well, that's when you turn it over to the feds.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You catch his ass saying that shit, and you fucking turn the evidence over to the feds and be like, "Hey, he ordered me to fucking go do a hit on this lady."
Yeah. Yeah.
I
heard something about the chemical attacks.
Was that today? Because that's when I.
No, it was at the same. I think the same rally that they found the IEDs at.
Oh, the one up there in Rhode Island.
Pennsylvania, or not Pennsylvania, New Jersey.
No, I think it was Rhode Island where they found a fucking car that was real close to where the rally location was supposed to happen.
No, that was in New Jersey, because he was doing a rally in New York, but they go over to Newark to do it.
And you said that there was chemical involved with that?
I guess there was a chemical attack too.
Oh no, let me look.
Because I know that was like 2 hours before the rally when the Secret Service was doing their sweep of the area, and their dogs found the explosives in a car.
Yeah, a car, and then they found multiple IEDs in the actual rally area.
Damn.
Yeah, it was like a
There-
van with a 55-gallon barrel, blue barrel. And then they found multiple other IEDs.
Here you go. I think I found something. I don't know. Well, let's see if this is it.
Hell, anymore, it seems like you got to walk around with a level 4 vest and fucking NBC suit.
Okay, no,
shit,
that's not it.
fucking
That's not
juggernaut.
it. Fuck. Oh, okay. Multiples. Here, fuck it. I'll just put this on so you guys can read it. Damn, I hate fucking places like this. Multiple supporters from the former President Trump have reported suffering from injury in a rally in Arizona. Okay. Concerning whether the former president could have been targeted in a chemical attack. Led that multiple rally attendees suffering from unbearable eye pain. That's the first I've ever heard of that. Wow.
Yeah.
That's the same thing with me. That's why I was a little bit surprised. Like, hold up, because I know that I heard about the explosives that were found in the car,
Yeah.
but I hadn't heard anything about fucking chemical shit going on. That goes to show you that the fucking mainstream media is suppressing stuff.
Yeah. That, and I haven't even been watching the news the last couple days.
That shit's getting real.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah.
Nah, I took a break from everything for a couple days, being in this damn hospital.
Yeah. Here's another thing that we could think about. Why the fuck is Russia starting to take their Teslas and turning them into tanks?
Because of all the tariffs against them right now.
See if I can find a video of that. Cause shit.
We're going to come and get you with our vibrators.
Yeah, we get you with the vibrators. Says Elon Musk sold it to him and then just and turned it off remotely.
Oh no, I would believe it was a direct energy weapon, because that's happened at the White House and several other places.
He gifted them that and then he fucking disabled it. That sounds that's great.
But even if he does fucking disable them, just think of what they're capable of doing with the lithium battery inside that shit.
Oh, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Shit.
We've all seen what them lithium batteries do when they catch fire. You fucking hit it.
Pepperoni audits. I believe it's called the Havana syndrome.
That's crazy.
Because that's where it was first used, down in Havana, Cuba.
Yeah. Hey, Danny.
Yeah.
I had me some biscuits and gravy for dinner.
Man, I could eat dinner. I don't know why. I just had no appetite.
I haven't eaten all day. That was the first thing I've had.
Well, I had a big lunch, so that's what I'm thinking of.
I was busy. I was outside mowing the yard.
Yeah, no, there's a couple city meetings I need to get to. One's dealing with our public transit, and the others, they're trying to get like $100 million grant to build affordable housing.
They're not going to do that. They're making all that, using all that fucking money to build a fucking another place for the kids. that you were talking about.
Yeah,
You're
no, they're
cr-
wasting like 60 million to build another damn sports center when they could have took the 60 million to build affordable housing. That and need to start getting people to realize vote the fucking mayor and commissioner out of office. Because the only reason our mayor's wanting to be mayor of the town is because he's bored.
Yeah, and what does affordable housing mean? Yeah, that's true. Depending on
Okay, affordable housing to me, in my opinion, would be build some trailer parks where people can rent to own. We need trailer parks back. where
Yeah,
people
but
can
still, you
afford
got to
them.
worry about when you got a trailer park. You rent to own the trailer. You don't own the lot that the trailer sits on.
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. And if that lot owner wants to move, oh
Or if they
shit,
want to sell.
they'll take that trailer and they will drag it. They won't put it on the
Nope.
trailer on a different trailer. They will drag it, and your whole floor of your trailer.
Hey,
is
actually,
ripped apart.
a landlord cannot remove it without a court order.
They
They
can't
have-
hear. They already did it. They did it like a year ago.
They did that shit in Ohio too. They won't move.
Yeah.
They won't move the fucking trailer, but they'll force you out of that. They'll force you to sell it. They'll turn around and they'll take it to court and evict you. And when they evict you, you either got to sell it to them, or if they because they won't approve you to sell it to somebody else because they'll force that person. They'll force that person to have to go and do a background check, and it has to be approved by the person that owns the property.
I can
And
go right
they-
now
they-
to the trailer.
They
I
won't
can go.
approve it, and they'll force you to sell it back to them for a third of what you fucking paid for it.
Yeah, I can drive right now. It would only take me a couple minutes to get to a trailer park that I know of that I visited one time to talk to someone about a cat. And I could prove it to you guys that they moved every single trailer. They just dragged it on the road and ripped the hell out of their fucking the flooring.
all the piping and everything underneath it, destroyed it.
Everything, yeah. Some
Yeah.
fell through the fucking floor. There's nothing
Yeah,
they
it's
can
crazy.
do about it.
Because I mean, there's axles underneath them trailers.
Yeah.
Yes and no, depending on the type of trailer.
Yeah, type.
I mean, if it's a traditional house trailer, it's got axles underneath it. The only thing they do, the only thing they do is set it up and stabilize it, and then they remove the wheels off of it, and then they cut the tongue off the end of it to where you can't haul it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a lot of the Clayton homes, manufactured homes, yeah, they're on wheels, but once you get there, they just cut everything off and crane it onto the foundation and bolt it.
Yeah.
Strap it
Hey,
down.
hey, Danny, you should join.
But no, I think HUD needs to open trailer parks because there they can do it by base of income.
Yeah.
Because now HUD's talking about, like with Section 8 payments, handing it over as cash. Instead of
Yeah,
vouchers.
I agree with you though. They do need to get property and put trailers on them.
Yeah.
Because then that would be an affordable,
Hey,
cheaper
Danny.
way to be able to afford that place.
Hey guys,
Yeah. How you
What's up,
doing?
Dan?
But they
I'm
also
kind of
need-
low from today.
Yeah. But they need to change also. They need to figure out how they calculate like the area medium income for what they consider affordable housing.
Yeah.
Well, it's all relevant. It all depends on how much money you're making, what's affordable.
Or if you are making money at all.
Yeah. but, like, okay, our average area medium income where I'm at is
How many kids you
42,000.
have?
No, like the whole area, they say everybody makes about 42,000 a year, right? So
I call that
Or,
bullshit.
so do I. But that's how the
I know. I
census and HUD
understand.
has it.
I know.
So instead of paying 30% of your income by HUD standards, you have to pay 60.
Yeah.
Which means you have no money for groceries, you have no money for a car, you have no money for insurance, and you have no money for your utility bills.
Oh yeah.
And
And
they're going off a small
you
percentage
guys heard?
of people
You guys
in
hear
the community.
on January 1st is when it's going to start with our you have to get a new license and you have to take another fucking test.
Oh, the eye test?
Yeah.
I already
You
have to
take
do
another
that, so I don't have to do it.
Well, I'm saying, what about the illegals that are out there
Nope.
driving with no fucking license? Exactly. It's fucking
It won't affect them
bullshit.
because they have a federal card that they have to hand them a fucking license. Or
Yeah.
a fucking gun.
And when will the government actually fucking give a shit about the fucking American citizens? Because look at this. I found this today. Nearly 30,000 Americans died waiting for Social Security benefits decision.
Yeah. You
Between two, it's bullshit. 30,000 fucking Americans.
You want to know how long it's taken them to process an application before you can even appeal? Is almost 280 days.
Yep. I
Did
just
you know
talked
how
to
long it
Social
took?
Security because I'll be 65 next month, which starts Medicaid or Medicaid. So when I get
That'd be Medicare.
Medicare, okay. So when I do that, I've got to make a decision on which part I'm taking, and Part A is free. Part B is $176 a month, or you can go the Advantage plan for $176 a month and get more benefits.
Yeah.
Dude,
But you're
my
paying
mom,
that through your own income. You're paying it to a separate company.
Yeah.
And the problem with that is right now, with what they're doing to me and me taking my Social Security early, I don't have any Social Security coming to me. When I called them, they said it could be up to that 280 some days before they give a decision whether or not they'll change my income where they'll give me $200 a month so I can pay that fee.
And that's fucking bullshit when they're giving out shit for free.
Yeah.
To people they don't even fucking aren't American citizens. And okay, think about this too. I was thinking about this. Let's say Trump doesn't win.
We're
Harris
screwed.
wins, right? All right. All those fucking illegals, they're just gonna start making love, having sex and sex and sex and sex and making babies and babies. That once you're born on American
soil, you're an American citizen.
You're an American citizen, and then they'll be able to stay.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Anchor babies
after petitions to end birthright citizenship. I think it should fucking happen.
Here's what I want to say about it, though. If you come to this country illegally, you already broken the law. You are an illegal, and anything you do here will become illegal at that point.
Yeah.
That's how it should be.
Quite honestly, I think CPS should take their kids immediately after they're born.
I think they should take them if the parents bring them to this country. Should take them right away.
Okay. All right.
I
Let's say
agree
it's a
with
really
what they're
okay.
doing to the kids down to the border, taking them from the people that are bringing them up here and running DNA tests on them to find out are these people their real parents or are they brought up here for human trafficking?
Yeah,
and sex trafficking?
but then the kid once they pass, give the kids back. That's what a lot of people are worried about.
I don't think they should get.
No. If they come up here illegally, those kids are now illegal also. They all should get shipped back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to come here, you do it the proper way. I can't just go walk my happy ass up to the border
All
of
right.
Canada,
Okay.
jump into
With,
the Canada.
With all the shootings at schools, they're starting to arrest the parents, right?
Yep.
So why not take away the kids from the fucking terrorists before they start teaching them how to fucking take IEDs and put them in fucking places, right?
Yeah.
Well, here's the whole thing with that, though. The way these computers are, our phones and everything else. If I was a foreigner and I want to research my country, I can, and I don't even have to go nowhere. If I want to research a certain thing going on overseas, with the deal over there and with Germany and all that crap going on, and if I want to really pay attention to that, I can, and I can create my own opinion, and I can
Yeah.
create my own philosophy, and I don't have to have any other influence. That's the worst part about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Indiana Audits. I have the meats.
You guys talked about what you had to eat today. I decided I was going to try something different. It was pretty good. I went in and I took some smoked sausage and threw them in a skillet. I took an onion and cut it up into little bitty pieces. And then I took a can of green beans and dumped off all the water and poured that in there, heated it up, and I'll tell you what, that was a pretty good meal.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, if I'd had little chunks of potatoes, it might have been better.
I'm sorry. Okay. I'm an adult, right? I can cook my own shit if I wanted to, but I get too fucking lazy. I'm not gonna lie. I get too lazy. So
I don't blame you.
I'm a microwave guy.
Yeah.
I miss my mama's cooking. I miss my mama's cooking.
Well,
Dude, I
I'm
did that a couple
65 years
nights ago,
old. I've
man.
been cooking
Oh
for
my
myself
gosh.
for a while.
I love her.
I took some kielbasa a couple nights ago. Yeah, matter of fact, it was the last time I was on live with Indiana. He seen what I was cooking.
Yeah.
that
Had
was
some
good.
had
That
Thai
looked good.
pepper mixed in there, was frying it up.
That looked real
Did
good.
some Japanese barbecue sauce over top of it.
I'm going to go buy me some kimchi.
Oh, dude, get some Japanese barbecue sauce. That stuff is awesome when you're going to do a stir fry.
Yeah.
Make your own homemade stir fry. That Japanese barbecue sauce is so smooth across it, man. I'll get fresh broccoli and stuff like that, stir fried in with the chicken, with the noodles and stuff. Put that barbecue sauce right across the top of it and stir fried in that. Oh my god!
Yeah, I used to make a lot of stir fries. I even got the pan for it.
I've got a wok. Yep, I've got one of them I use. I'll tell you what, man, it works good when you're cooking ground beef and sausage, like the ground sausage and stuff. Them woks work great when you're frying up stuff like that.
Yeah, it keeps it all down where the heat's at.
Yep.
Yeah, I need to get a walk. So I can.
I do my eggs. I'll do my eggs and everything in that, man.
Well, I went and had an equity loan done because of all those expenses I've had over the last couple months, and found out that I've had this house for 5 years, and it is doubled in value in a 5-year period.
Yeah.
Doubled.
Is that a bad thing or a good thing?
Well, it's a good thing until you start paying taxes.
Yeah, that shit needs to go.
Yeah. Okay, Indiana, did you get a chance to check on Donald Rainwater?
No, I have not.
Okay, here's the deal. The news organization that is in control of the first debate that they're having with the governor has sent him through so many hoops that he may not be able to be on that first debate.
Yeah.
They keep raising the bar.
What's he running for? Or what's he running for?
Indiana governor.
Oh, okay.
So they are trying to keep him out of it. First, he had to raise so much money. He'd raise that and an excessive amount above it. Then he had to be 10% of a whole of that was being done. Well, then they decided that it was 10% of a poll that they controlled. So they just keep throwing hoops up and hoops up and hoops up.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
getting crazy.
Yeah, no, there's this black guy running for like state senate, some type of representative. And he made some comments of, if these people want abortion rights, then we need to bring back slavery. It's like,
I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna say, I'm sorry for all the ladies out there that don't believe in this, but I'm pro-life. Unless it's going to kill the mom or the baby's going to die anyways, there should not be an abortion.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again.
If they don't want to go through the 9 months of taking care of a baby and then giving it away for adoption, they should close their fucking legs.
There you go. Here's the thing that I've always said: respect and responsibility. Have respect for yourself and take responsibility for your actions.
yeah.
Yep.
The way I
That
see
solves
it,
the problem.
this is how I see it. If we're going to have abortions, they need to follow the Nuremberg Code.
Which is?
It's a bunch of rules that after what Hitler did to the Jews, they came up with a bunch of rules what you cannot do in like warfare, medical, where you can't do all these experiments on certain people or do certain procedures if it would fall under torture.
They did mass sterilization of the Jewish women and the men during the Nazi reign.
Yeah, it's like 10 or 14 rules that the UN Geneva Convention that came up with that all countries have to follow or look at war crimes or genocide.
Yeah, this thing that they're saying that they're taking away the abortion rights. No, they've just taken away the federal government, but being in control of the abortion rights rather than the states. And if they want to take it away from the states, they bring it back down to local. And they make it a local ruling, and the states, all they have to do is back out of it. You know, that they're going to restrict or take away all the laws that are already on the books in the states about abortion and take it down to your local government and make it a local government issue.
Yeah, it should be in the state's issue hands, not the federal government.
Well, I think it should go down to even more than that. Go down to the local communities.
Yeah, but the local
Go down to your county rulings.
Yeah, but the local communities still have to follow state law.
But if there's no state law on it, then they could take it down just like the federal government did.
Yeah.
We're not going to dabble in it. We're taking it down to the states.
I thought you were going to get a notification, buddy. You want to join? I pinned the comment or pinned the link.
If I can do it, anybody can do it. Okay, next month's my birthday. It happens to be on October the 19th, which is the Hellapalooza down in Pensacola, Florida. But I did also find out, and I've been getting involved with RC Airplanes, that they're going to be doing a night flight on my birthday. So that's where I'm going.
Yeah, that's cool. And everybody enjoy tomorrow. It's the very last day of summer. According to, yeah, even though the weather does not.
Today was the first day of fall. Yesterday was the last day of summer.
Well, then my Alexa is wrong.
Yeah, go in and look at your little
You got people like me who like to screw around with Alexa and answer questions stupidly.
You're mad at me. Why are you mad at me, Gregors? I'm always there with your lives, buddy. I'm just not making comments. I'm watching over, make sure people aren't making stupid. It's your channel.
Is Gregory doing on making comments?
Gregory's awesome. I love
Yeah.
Gregory.
Yeah, is he on the comments? I haven't looked.
Yeah. I told him to join. He said, no, he's like, I'm mad at you.
Mad at
I
you
love
'cause-
He's not mad at me. I love that guy.
yeah, I haven't watched him for a while. I've gotten into too much stuff, and I find out that I don't have time.
Why are you mad at me, buddy?
Number one, when you go fucking live, you're supposed to tell me go live, dumbass. You're supposed to text me.
Thought you did. I thought you would get a notification.
No. It's at the point. Every time when I go live, I text you and don't go and you come on my live. And now you're on live, you don't fucking tell me? You piece of shit. Next time, I'm gonna pump on you next time.
Gregory's mad at you, Craig.
All right, Gregory. I'm sorry.
No.
I'll do it.
Say after me. I'm a goat. Say that.
I'm a goat.
Okay, good.
There you go.
I'm sorry I
am the-
haven't visited your
I'm
chat
the
for a
goat.
while either, Gregory.
I am the
Gregory.
goat. I
Hey,
am the
what's up,
goat.
everybody? I hate my 1K of
The
myself.
heart
I am
of
the
an
goat.
airplane.
I am the goat. Greatest of all time.
A Billy goat.
No, that's Peyton
I did
Manning.
it. 1K. I'm 1K over 1K now.
Nice.
20, 10, 13 subs now.
That's awesome, buddy. That is so cool.
Yeah, I'm still subscribed to you, and I get your notifications. It's just I got so many people that I watch and stuff,
Oh, I know that. I know that. I seen you. Wow.
so I try to keep subscribed to people, and that's how I can help anyway.
Yeah.
Not like Indiana does. Sleep fucking 24 hours a day.
Indiana
Hey,
and I got to
sometimes I
get
get-
together here soon.
Hey, sometimes I can't help it.
Guess who live is right now?
Who?
Let me type in the chat.
Who else is? Someone else is live.
I don't know. I got a whole bunch of notifications up here.
I did too earlier today. There was like fucking 7 people that I follow that was all live at the same damn time. It's
Yeah.
like, whose channel do I go into?
Colt News is doing another thing. Wolfie's doing another one.
Shit, NC Tiger Hunter was live earlier. Spanky Pants was live. MCC went live.
Well,
Spanky Pants? Who's he? Never heard of him. Spanky
Who,
Pants?
Spanky Pants?
he's out of.
Spanky.
It's
Oh.
freaking media.
Oh, I thought you said Spanky. I said, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
that's
is
his nickname. Spanky Pants.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's Public Enemy Audits.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure if I accepted him. I accept too much people. I forgot about it. You know.
Yeah, but I guess him and MCC is doing a little road trip there, and they were in North Carolina today, dropping freaking Sun off at Camp Lejeune, and they're supposed to be visiting like 5 different states on their way back up to Michigan.
Hey, Justin, how you been doing? No time no
Good.
see.
Yeah.
Why you don't go in the gaming channels? I accepted a lot of gaming channels. You would make a lot of people with gaming. You know?
Hey, do you think? Hey, do you think I can get?
I
a
don't
strike
have
if
my
I-
system right now.
Okay.
If I played that song, if he's singing on American Idol, do you think I could get a strike for that?
First check the description. You know.
Gregory, you said you had a gaming channel?
No. I'm in I accepted a lot of gaming channels. You know.
Shit, I got a PS4, a PS3, and a PS5.
I have like 20,
Dustin,
30
Yes.
channels of games.
do you think I'd get in trouble for playing that song?
Yeah, you
if he's
will.
singing that on American Idol.
You will?
Probably.
Yeah, you will, because I'm going to.
And who was singing on American Idol?
Eddie Swims.
I would tell him.
I wouldn't do anything Fox because you'd have Disney on your ass.
Let's see if I find.
Find the karaoke version.
It just plays the. You guys would have to sing along to it. I don't want to hear that.
No.
You don't want me singing, I'll tell you. I used to run a karaoke show, and I told everybody I only sing 2 songs. One of them's I Like Beer because I could sing as good as the Drunks, and the other one's I Got You, Babe, because Sonny couldn't sing either.
Oh,
Okay. All right, here we go. That's do you guys want to listen to this? I don't know. It's some guy who's
BWRUN, beer run.
I want to see if he, I want to see if he's as good as Teddy Swims. It's up to you guys.
Rain, 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 and more dang rain.
Unmute.
What do you do in Brooklyn? I work out a nursing home. I'm I'm the front desk / like security / intake.
How did Claire know you could sing?
I work the night shift, so
Hey, sometimes that's all it takes. Yeah, I got an old college roommate. She was like, "What are you?"
Yeah, blah blah blah. Go ahead. Sing.
I'm grateful.
Good voice. I'm gonna try to find one different one that actually plays.
Yeah, he wasn't bad.
Hard Mountain Dew with 5% alcohol is ridiculous.
See, this guy's monetized.
That's Gregory's drink right there, the Hard Mountain Dew.
So I guess we are allowed to use this. If this guy's monetized, he only has 1.4. Here.
They don't like you, Indiana. That's why.
That? Yeah,
They don't like you. That's why.
My name is Aji Hafiz. I am from Brooklyn, New York, and I'm 27 years old. What do you do in Brooklyn? I work at a nursing home. I'm I'm the front desk. You're exposed to so many beautiful art working. Teddy Swims.
I want to play that.
That'd be
I want to play the actual
songs.
singer.
Oh, it
Of all
sucks.
songs, though, man, that song there.
I'd get a strike for playing him though, the actual singer. But
Yeah,
he
because
like,
that's what you. That's why.
but if you saw him out of the blue and you never even heard him sing, you'd never think that he was a musician. Then if he told you he was a musician, you would think he was either a rapper or hard rock. But no, this guy is has amazing fucking voice.
Yeah, I would think that'd be not me. I'd expect him to start beatboxing or something.
Yeah, I know.
And I mean, I'm not even trying to be funny about that, or down the guy in the least bit. And being from Brooklyn, they're known for breakdancing, they're known for rapping, and they're known for beatbox.
Yeah, that guy was good, and he did it with no freaking background. Wow. So, what do you want to talk about next, Dustin?
Great.
I think you're eating. I think he's eating.
I was on CNN, Indy.
Yeah.
For Diddy, he gets 15 years without parole. I looked at.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. That's something we can play.
Yeah, I watched online. I watched in CNN about it. A little bit of that stuff.
All right,
Indy.
Watch later. That's what I clicked on watch later. That's what I put it for, so I could find it.
I just watched some of that stuff popped up and stuff. That's how I was watching on. Get updates, see.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
problem is I don't believe anything from the Communist News Network.
Have you guys noticed that there's been a lot of spinning going on when you're watching the YouTube?
No.
I don't know if this is this might be it. I don't know. Hold on a second.
You have to clear all your cookies, probably all your glitch, your cookies, and reset the computer. Happens to me a few times.
All right. Let's see what Kevin Hart has to say.
Well, Kevin Hart's getting implemented too.
Kevin Hart was caught in Diddy's room diddling him too.
And that
Kevin Hart
girl, and what's his rapper? She
video.
was in the back house behind his other house. She was talking about it also.
You got to go because this is
Cat Williams out at all then.
Diddy's parties have been the talk of the town lately. From Jamie Foxx taking the stand and spilling the truth to 50 Cent swearing off from attending one, there have been mixed feelings about Diddy's wild celebrations. And now it's Kevin Hart's turn in the spotlight. Recently, footage of the comedian hosting one of Diddy's parties surfaced online and it raised some serious eyebrows. Turns out that all the rumors about Diddy's parties getting out of hand might have been true after all.
I'm looking at him as a saint going to a party that
Hell
ain't nothing
no.
but sin, drinking, maybe
It was been like that.
fornication,
Always been.
man on man, woman on woman,
Indeed.
he on she.
Rumors
he's
about
not a
Diddy's
saint,
crazy parties
sorry.
have been swirling around for years.
No,
The rapper might just be the
he's
great
saint.
Gatsby of this generation. For decades, Diddy's parties have been exclusive events with only the most notable entertainers and leaders bagging invites.
Should be on the
As for Diddy
cover.
and Kevin Hart, the pair has always been on good terms. Hart has been
That sounds like Epstein. You know?
Yeah,
Only the
sounds
most-
like it. It's similar.
Only the highest. Only the highest.
Indiana.
spotted at Diddy's parties.
Diddy is the
lightening
Black
up the mood
Epstein.
with his on-point humor.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
Diddy seems to
Oh
reciprocate the
yeah.
brotherly love.
He's forget-
He just don't have his
looks
own
like
island.
In an Instagram live with Kevin Hart, Diddy called
His
him
own
Diddy.
island.
Even Kevin
Diddy
was a
has
little
like
shocked
3
about it.
islands.
Yeah.
I get it. You got it.
You look beautiful. It was a great move.
You know, I
Yeah,
know that pride.
Diddy owns like 3 islands.
I'm a fan of the
Well, he
pride.
might own 3 islands, but they're not set up like Epstein's was.
Diddy might be
Yeah.
switching up the tone now since footage
I
of the secret
watched
parties
the stuff
with Kevin
about
Hart
it
was
before on
leaked.
YouTube about
The footage
Epstein.
shows the two buddies co-hosting a party, and get this.
Yeah, he still got
It
money.
was
huh?
weird.
You know, I mean,
Questionable
he could
stuff.
say that if he wanted to.
Listen
you know?
to the joke that Kevin makes while Diddy asks people to dance. Seems like Diddy has a certain set of rules for the folks who attend his parties. Here,
Oh, I
he's
wanna
asking
hear
people
this.
to take off their hats.
Indiana, big Indiana wasn't
Well, hold on
involved
a
in the
second.
party.
Hold on a second. I want to hear this.
No hat. You got to take your hat off. It's a little bit disrespectful to be in my house with your hat on,
I put,
okay?
no, I just leave my shirt on.
Hey, yo,
Disrespect
for real,
And get this, Diddy's own son was at the party.
hold on, where my son at?
The light-skinned dude with the good hair. That's just
It's one of them. It's one of
Shouts out
them.
to Lil Diddy 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Diddy's sons who look nothing like him. It's still in question. We don't really know what's going on. Oh, come on, man. Come on, dude. Don't nobody want to see that shit.
The 20-minute footage is packed with shocking moments. However, one instance that caught fans' eyes was when Kevin took the party to the bathroom. You can see him surrounded by many girls in the bathtub. However, what's concerning is that Kevin looks like he's putting on a show.
What's going on? It's official. We're here.
Oh
Dirty
my
Money. I was at this party
God.
last year in Paris. It's crazy.
Holy shit.
I decided to switch seats.
Oh my gosh.
Down there. I'm up here in the hot tub, doing it official. You know what I'm saying? My nigga
He's
Trey's
fucking
up here.
implicating himself.
Even-
Up here,
yeah.
you know,
No
you-
shit.
We haven't seen like this. You got to bring bosses with you. As you see, it's female
Come on,
friendly.
Kevin Hart.
We got
I like
ladies and
you,
female.
man.
She's butt
What the
ball.
fuck?
That's what I call it, raw dog.
Oh hell, Will
I'm
Smith
jumping-
got
I'm jumping
implemented
top
on.
myself. You know, once everybody moves out, you know, just me and the lady. This is my scene. I'm used to this.
During another instance, Kevin takes the party to Diddy's bedroom, and Diddy repeatedly
What the
asks Kevin to
fuck?
not get too close, even making the no homo joke.
Oh boy.
Judging from Diddy's body language,
Jeez.
fans think that Diddy was simply acting for the camera. He didn't want his gay escapades filmed, hence the nervousness.
We want to thank you. Come here. Don't sit on the bed at night. No homo. No, just don't get close to the bed. Don't get close. But it's just like, yo, we want to thank you for hosting the thing, man.
Now, rumors about Diddy being gay have been swirling around since the 90s. Fans can understand why Diddy might have wanted to stay in the closet since the industry was not as open-minded back then. However, the problem isn't Diddy's sexuality here. It's the gay rituals that involve underage
Maybe that's
boys.
why R.
For
Kelly
years, the streets have been talking
did the
about
song
Diddy
Trapped in the
luring young
Closet.
boys to his parties
Talking
and forcing
about
them to
Diddy.
perform sexual favors, not just for himself, but for his close circle of elite friends. According to industry sources, these rituals serve as a sort of initiation where actors prove their allegiance to Diddy and his squad in return for fame and money. Back in the day, actor Jamie Foxx was downright desperate to gain entry into these parties.
Oh,
he would follow
shit.
Diddy around, hoping for the day the rapper would grace him with an invitation.
Jamie Foxx.
I'm
What
following
the
Puff,
fuck?
Puff, and his parties were like amazing. We didn't Philly.
We already know Jimmy Foxx is
Fly
like that.
Philly, town car, same business. Go up, but Puff say this party,
Jamie
this
Foxx.
party right here, $1.5 million. I said, nigga, what? You spent $1.5 million on this party?
And it seems like the higher-ups heard his prayers. Jamie ended up gaining entry
Hey,
into
Miss
Diddy's exclusive
702.
circle. At one point, he was even in charge of recording Diddy's wild escapades. Now, Fox found himself blown away by how crazy these parties would get. According to him, Diddy would blow millions at these celebrations that would be attended by the likes of Jay-Z, the Neptunes, Missy Elliott, and other big names in the industry.
I said, Miss Ruth, could you please come over here? This guy by the name of Sean P. Diddy Combs. I need you to come meet him. I need this for my camera. Dr. Ruth and Puff at the Beverly Hills Hotel pool, dancing, doing their thing, right? And you know what they dancing to? Over in the corner, God bless, is Heavy D, Andre Harrell, and they listening to a demo. You know what the demo is? Bum, 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 bum.
That said, not everyone shares Jamie Foxx's and Kevin Hart's enthusiasm when it comes to attending Diddy's parties. Among these names is 50 Cent. Now, 50 has been beefing with Diddy since the 90s. From calling Diddy fruity to downright insulting him, the G-Unit leader has done it all.
Now, Fif, when you continuously call Puff gay, does that affect your relationships in Hollywood?
I don't call him gay. I said,
Let me read it. Let me read
Okay.
it.
Oh,
Sorry, I can no longer help you guys. Soon you will all be gay and happy. You are all now left under leadership of Puffy Daddy. Report to the nearest rainbow. Dinner Thieves in theaters January.
In recent times, the rapper stirred up trouble by taking shots at Diddy for his parties.
Oh, shit.
During
Even
one of his
Eminem
concerts
did
for the Final
Diddy,
Lap tour,
Indiana.
50 went on an unexpected rant, explaining
Indeed.
why he never attends
He
Diddy's
dissed
parties.
and he got to do
Hey,
tracks.
there you
The
go.
rapper's
At least
parties
you
were
know
not his
50 Cent
style,
won't be
and he felt
implicated.
weirdly uncomfortable at them.
No, he has been implicated, and he's trying to distance himself.
Back at the same time? What you talking about?
I don't want to watch 25 minutes of
If you
this. I want to hear
into that, I'm fine with it. To each his own. I'm just saying
Well-
this shit, my motherfucking counterpart.
Spotted hugging Lil Baby from the front and the back.
What
With a
the-
knack for stirring up
what
trouble,
the-
50 shared the photo on his Instagram with
Oh,
the caption,
boy.
"See, this is why I don't go."
Oh, I definitely have to watch this. I'm sorry. I did not know Usher was involved, but
Toward them to the heights of success. Usher happens to be one of the lucky few who got the chance to learn the trade from the greatest in the game.
What
Back in
trade was he
2022,
learning?
Usher sat down for an interview with Revolt Black News.
Oh, my gosh.
revealing the
Okay, I'm
monumental
sorry.
impact Diddy had
This
on
is
him
sick.
in 2022.
this is very sickening. Look at P. Daddy.
Yep.
Look at the little kid.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
P. Diddy got Usher's parents to sign guardianship over to him.
Same
Yeah.
thing with Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! So just think of all the stuff he's
Indiana.
doing to him, saying, "Oh, baby, don't worry. This won't hurt. You just do this, and I guarantee I'll make you famous."
I'm wondering if MJ's going to get implicated in a lot of this.
Michael Jackson?
Yep.
You really think him and P. Daddy were close?
Yeah, I do.
Oh hell yeah, they were.
Especially
Usher
all
sat down for
all
an
the little
interview
boys
with Revolt
are
Black News,
sleepover
Yeah.
parties
revealing
at
the
Neverland.
monumental impact Diddy had on his
Yeah.
career. He said,
I'll be
"Being
right
in
back,
New York
guys."
City with Diddy and being around the artists at that time whether it was Judeci or Al B. Sure,
What
or
the
even the
heck?
hit makers of that time, Faith Evans. It was a culture, and I felt like they were ushering me in. He further added, being able to
Even
see how
Eminem
artists did it
dissed
and what was
Diddy.
really intended for success, I learned that you gotta grind.
Yeah, Eminem's
to
been
get in
dissing
this
Diddy
industry.
since the 90s.
I
Yeah,
watched that
and
man
now
grind.
he still
So,
does it.
Every bit of
Yeah.
recognition that he's been
He got a
getting in
new album
celebration for his
dropping.
career,
He still
I
dissed
think it is well
Diddy.
deserved. And he is
I
an
really don't
inspiration to me.
care about Eminem's new
Back in
shit.
2016, Usher
Yeah.
sat down for an interview with Howard Stern and revealed that L.A. Reid arranged for him to live at Diddy's house in New York when he was only 14.
I moved
14?
to
Holy shit.
New York City.
Yeah.
And I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you
New
over
York
to something
City.
called Puffy Flavor Camp
There you go.
to learn some.
Flavor Camp.
Yeah.
LA,
So did he just admit that he's gay?
I
I
think
don't know.
so.
Let's go
L.A.
back.
Reid arranged for him to live at Diddy's house in New York when he was only 14.
I moved to New York City. And I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea.
Who's L.A. Reid?
A record producer.
Okay. All right. Sorry.
Right? We're sending you
New
over
York
to
City.
something called Puffy Flavor Camp
There you go.
to learn some.
Flavor
Puffy
Camp.
Flavor
That's what
Camp.
it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In
to.
the 90s, do you understand what that's like?
However, the live-in situation turned out to be more than what Usher signed up for, as he was forced to attend Diddy's infamous Flavor Camp as well.
Okay. Sorry.
Usher never
Sorry.
revealed
I'm
what
sorry for pausing
What
again.
the fuck?
I'm sorry.
What?
Sorry for pausing this again, but you can't force him to attend his party and actually enjoy it. Maybe you can't force
That's
him to
wrong.
enjoy the party, but you can just go be
That's
like,
called grooming. I don't care who you are.
yeah, he could be like one of those unpopular kids that's at a party that's just sitting in the fucking corner doing nothing. Just because he asked you to go to a fucking party doesn't mean that you have to fucking do that shit that he did.
went down at this
That's
Flavor
because
Camp,
Usher was the
except that
party.
he saw some wild things that he was too young to comprehend.
Nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say
He's
that.
not
But
going
I
to
did
say that.
There were very curious things taking place,
Uh-huh.
and I didn't necessarily understand it.
Uh-huh.
Biggie Smalls was there.
Biggie Smalls was there, Lil' Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man. Faith Evans,
And your parents
Jodeci,
were
Mary J.
okay?
Blige. They didn't know nothing about this shit.
Oh.
Well, we know one person that wasn't at the parties. Tupac.
But here's the kicker. Howard asked Usher if Diddy's house was filled with girls, and Usher faltered before replying. Fans noticed that he laughed nervously before reiterating that he only saw some interesting things go down. Now, Usher could have easily said that Diddy always had girls over at his place, if that was the case. But he seemed to dodge Howard's question. It almost looked like he was fighting an internal conflict. Should I reveal the truth behind Diddy's parties, or should I keep quiet? However,
And if I
Usher
reveal the
seemed to
truth
disclose
behind
the truth
Diddy's
to be
parties,
rooted in the
I reveal the
possibility
truth
that he
about
too may
myself.
have been a victim. The rumors gained momentum after Diddy's drunk interview with Kevin Hart at one of his parties. During the shocking clip, Diddy revealed that he and Usher used to sleep in the same bed back in the
What
day.
the
And
fuck?
get this,
There you go.
Usher was not 14 as most fans had believed before. In fact, he was only 10 years old.
Holy
Meanwhile,
shit.
Diddy was 19 years old.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Whoa.
Okay. Still, he was a child. But either way, at least at 14, he went through fucking puberty.
That's still grooming, though.
And, yeah, I'm agreeing with all of you guys are saying yes, but 10 is even worse. Holy shit.
Yep.
No wonder he could fucking understand what was going on at these parties.
My brother right here from day one, we used to wake up.
I guarantee he understood more than he's telling.
I mean, back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the frosted flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? It's my brother for real. We used to actually
What?
off
The frosted flakes?
because he used to always get a girl with me. Yeah, he
I wonder what they did with the watermelon.
What the fuck did Puff just say?
Who the fucking snowflakes? Who are the fucking frosty flakes? The white girls? I don't know.
Be damned if somebody brought some chicken into the picture.
Yeah, but I think he meant by frosted flakes.
Hey, and what else? What happened if they run out of Kool-Aid?
Where's the steak in the picture?
Nobody's going to acknowledge this for me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes, and we're streaming live. That was stupid.
Seems like Diddy spilled a lot during the interview. However, he was quick to gather himself, and when he did, he quickly grabbed Kevin to shut down the interview. But the damage was done. That said, Usher is not the only one who prefers not to hang out at Diddy's parties. Denzel Washington is yet another name who wouldn't be caught dead at Diddy's
Denzel Washington?
2009 was an eventful year for the rapper. He turned 40 that year.
I don't know if I can. I don't know if I continue. I have to. I'm sorry, I have to because I have to learn about this.
Washington.
But before we went live, KS4FD told me he lost a lot of his favorite fucking actors and famous people that he liked because of P. Diddy and all this shit coming up.
Yeah.
So dude, fucking Denzel Washington, are you fucking shitting me?
And he
Will
chose
Smith,
to celebrate that milestone.
Washington, Fox, fucking Tyler Perry, Snoop Dogg.
No. Snoop Dogg was not involved.
Yeah.
Fucking shit.
Snoop Dogg got implicated.
Oh,
His name
fuck.
got dropped. J-Lo's name got dropped. Jay-Z's name just got dropped.
Well, I believe Jay-Z and all that shit, but
yeah,
holy fuck.
Snoop Dogg's name got dropped into this, and it's like,
okay, if you're famous and he invites you and you had no idea of what the guy is doing, you go to these parties, you don't say anything about it afterwards. I don't know. I don't know. Do you really? Because you don't know if those girls are trafficked or not. You don't. I mean, fuck. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
you only go to these parties because you know there's young girls there.
It's fucking disgusting.
True Diddy.
If I had any idea, I don't care. If anybody invited me to somewhere and I thought there might be, and I even had the tiniest, smallest implication that there were kids there, I'd tell the guy, go fuck himself. Enjoy your party.
Yeah.
And enjoy the police.
The rapper blew away $3 million for an epic birthday bash at the Plaza Hotel in New York.
What's that?
Burn that bitch down on the way out.
Yeah. And fuck. I'll bring this up later on, the whole how black person was asking the United States to start Trump or starting slavery all over again, but fuck.
Yeah.
New York. The black and white themed event was graced by the likes of Jay-Z, Bono, Young Jeezy, Nelly, Estelle, Rick Ross, Cassie, Martha Stewart, Kim Kardashian, and Denzel Washington.
Whoa.
Now,
Martha Stewart, Kim
Martha
Kardashian,
Yeah.
fucking Stewart.
Oh, better yet,
I guarantee Oprah's match is involved.
no, Oprah's getting implicated.
Hold on a second. Who was it that was on Oprah that was standing up for Harrison? That was on the actress. Shit.
Who, Michael Obama?
No. It was a white
actress on the
white
Oprah?
actress, but it wasn't. Yeah. But
It's not Reese Witherspoon. It's not that one.
now,
Here,
following the event,
all of this
Twitter was
played
slammed
on
with posts from celebrities speaking highly of the party. However, one person didn't join the after party, Denzel. The actor was spotted leaving Diddy's party, and he did not look happy. Fans think that Denzel looked pretty shaken up. Washington is known for always treating his fans with respect. Yet here, he didn't look like he was in the mood for a conversation.
I was happy to be able to show them something that I grew up with.
We were all entertained the whole time. It was amazing.
Awesome. You want to really
Conversation.
Okay. Let's play we'll play the rest of it in a bit. I want to see this. I'm sorry, but
psoriasis. He thinks his flaky red patches are all people see.
Otezla is the #1 prescribed pill to treat plaque psoriasis.
Well, there is one good thing about everything that's going on right now. At least it's all getting fucking brought out to the light, and everybody's getting exposed for the bullshit.
Yeah. The only I see only one big problem with this.
Why do
they tried to do the same shit with Epstein, and look what happened to him.
All right, but how many fucking people in the American citizens trust Oprah? Why trust the fucking most rich fucking woman in the fucking
Jesus Christ, I could take you to one of her houses.
Some people
shit.
a really false choice.
She owns a house in
you're
American
either in favor of the
Fork,
Second
Utah.
Amendment or you want to take everyone's guns away. I'm in favor of the Second Amendment.
You have a house in
And I'm in
Hawaii.
favor of
Oprah
assault
does.
weapons bans, universal background checks, red flag laws.
I thought it was so powerful at
Oh, okay, yeah. Then why are you letting all these fucking
all right,
illegal?
all right. You're playing this.
Then why
video?
the fuck are you letting all these illegal immigrants in here?
Indy.
What?
She said this shit on a Thursday. Friday, she sat there and said, "No, I'm coming after your fucking guns." After she did
I
that.
know. I just want to see. Hold on a second. Where the fuck is it?
when you when you said
should not have said that.
but
my staff will deal with that later.
What the
Yes,
fuck?
yes.
If
That's an
somebody breaks
alcoholic
in my house,
right there.
if
And I thought
somebody
that was
breaks in
powerful.
my house, they're getting shot.
Yes, yes.
What
I
the
hear that. I hear that.
fuck?
Probably should not have said that.
Whoa.
My staff will deal with that later.
If Harris wants to win this campaign, is stuff like this what's going to help her do it?
I think that specific clip we played, it's the only clip I've seen of Harris in this entire election that made me think, oh, this is going to help her candidacy. I watched a good chunk of this thing last night. I mean, it was
bullshit.
Mostly a solid hour of the same sort of vacuous words.
Does this right? The poll tested thing that you're supposed to say.
Oh,
you're
and I
supposed to
wanna-
not make a mistake.
find out who the
But the
fucking-
fact that we got a moment from her that was so deeply authentic, and she immediately thought, "Well, oh shoot,
Yeah,
I
it's
made
the-
a mistake."
It's the politics, worried about
her being like, "Oh, I'm going to
no.
get in trouble for this," but she doesn't really think that's going out there, right?
Fuck CNN. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Communist News Network.
All right, let's just play the rest of them here.
Here, though the actor may have witnessed some unsettling events at Diddy's party. On the contrary, some believe that fans are scrutinizing the video excessively, arguing that Denzel was merely heading to his car after a long day. Despite this, it's worth noting that Denzel has never been seen at Diddy's parties again.
Is there anything that you want to talk about that
I want to talk about.
you want people to know about?
I don't know if this story that I have about P Diddy is the thing.
Oh,
that
I
people
love
know
it.
about.
However, Denzel has never revealed what exactly he saw at Diddy's party. Thankfully, braver men than him have taken the mic to pull back the curtains on all the nasty stuff that goes down at Diddy's parties, including
Okay, who's smoke alarm?
the American entrepreneur, better known as the Fat Jewish.
That's the bird.
Had the opportunity to attend one of P. Diddy's parties.
Sounds like a smoke
where
alarm.
he has one of his mansions.
That's my
Hell is this? Who's this guy?
I don't know. It looks like some creeper.
And let's just say he won't be going back anytime soon. Fat Jew recounted his experience in an
Fat
interview,
Jew?
revealing that the party
Yep.
was attended by hundreds of
Sorry,
people,
never heard of him.
and the place was filled with
No.
pretty girls all around. The social media influencer ended up taking ecstasy at the party since everyone was doing it as well.
I'm fucking
I
goblins.
went to a party on Star Island in Miami, where P Diddy has a private residence. I had no business being there. I was with a famed house producer who was DJing the party.
Sure.
And I will keep his name out of it.
Yep.
And I took a whole bunch of ecstasy because everyone there was taking ecstasy. It was basically me and like beautiful like ethnic models, like just beautiful women who I obviously had no interest in because
that's the Big Pimpin' video.
That's not my type.
Right. We're gonna stick to Peppa, please.
Yeah, we're gonna stick to Peppa and ghouls from Us Weekly.
Right.
What the hell?
So I'm like kind of stumbling around. It's like it's all my man is telling me that like every third person is some
This
executive.
dude fucking just admit he's a fucking pedophile and
It's
likes
a
little
high-end
fat
crowd.
girls.
Very high end, and there's no joke. There's maybe 100 people.
Okay.
I mean,
So far, so good. However, things took a turn when Fat Jew tried looking for the bathroom. According to him, the mansion was built like a maze, and he couldn't find a single bathroom in the sprawling space.
So, long story short, I am on ecstasy and I'm trying to find the bathroom. And I can't find the bathroom, and I just kind of go down a flight of stairs, and now I'm in like the inner windings of the mansion because most of it's going.
Bryce, you still there?
Yep.
All right, don't get hard on this, okay?
Hold on.
No, I don't care.
You
for
want to
that
know
shit.
something?
Fuck that. Fuck that shit.
I don't think Scientology's
look at
gonna let this
Look
go.
at this.
What
I'm
the
sorry. but
fuck?
This is
What
not
the actual
him and
fuck?
someone else getting close to
Yeah.
the mic. This is not getting close to the fucking microphone.
Oh, by the way, you want your phone?
Going down by the pool.
Okay.
Cabanas and stuff.
Dragon's Lair.
Yeah,
I get it.
right.
Yeah, we're getting serious.
So I get lost and I'm in like just a maze of rooms.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking for the bathroom. I start opening doors. One's like a closet. One's a room. It doesn't have a bathroom in it. Whatever. Every room should have a bathroom in it.
That makes sense.
First
If
of all,
you're in this fucking
every-
dungeon,
Right.
every house.
Eventually, Fat Jew ended up in a room full of men who were all suspiciously leaning on one another.
So I open a door, and in that room there are a bunch of men, and they're all kind of like very like Romanesque, like laying about, and kind of like very like kind of leaning on each other, not really spooning, but like conversation.
Hey, Andy.
It's making me sick, dude.
Problem is,
Occasionally spooning.
Scientology is not going to allow any more of their members to get implicated in this.
Who?
Scientology. They will start offing their members.
Scientology.
Yeah,
Who are you talking?
it's a damn religion by Ron Hubbard. Oprah's part of it. Cruz is part of it. Most of anybody that's your A celebs are part of it.
Kings and Queens. That lady used to be in it. She got out of that.
Okay,
Kings and
wait,
Queens
wait,
actress.
hold on a second. What's it called?
Scientology.
All right,
If
hold
you were
on.
spooning
Okay.
but facing each other and like leaning up on your
gonna
elbow,
look that up.
Like, how about this? Like in public, watching TV with a bunch of your friends, and you're with your girlfriends.
right? Yes,
It would
What
be
a
like
fucking
those guys
computer,
kind of
gosh
lounging on
damn
their
it.
girlfriends, but they're not fucking because that would be
No,
weird
they
in
weren't
public,
fucking,
right?
but, like you almost think that they should be feeding each other grapes.
What
You
the
know, stuff like
fuck?
that.
Okay.
It was very like
Regal lounging.
very erotic.
Okay.
Oh
All right.
my
Heavy erotic.
god.
Yeah, like the drawings you would see of like old Greek
Yes, right,
hangouts.
exactly.
Yeah, I
or like
understand.
a fat woman like laid on her side.
Yeah, it would almost be the prelude to an orgy.
Yes. Oh,
Here, his eyes landed on Diddy and Felix the house cat, sitting next to each other closer than they should be.
I open the door and clearly I'm not supposed to be in there, and I look.
Okay. Scientology.
Yeah, the chick,
Seattle
is-
has
yeah, the
one.
chick from
Let's you want to
what was
play
her
this
name?
so it explains what it is?
L. Ron Hubbard created this shit.
All right, the study of truth, and they're part of this.
All right.
Fuck. It's a new kind of religion. Okay, that's all I needed.
Yeah, it was
So they're
created
using
like
so they're using science to make a fucking religion.
mm-hmm. Yeah,
They're
but
gonna use
Leah,
the fucking
Leah Remy,
Tom Cruise is the poster boy for fucking Scientology.
yeah,
No
Leah
shit.
Remy,
Oh,
Leah
hell
Remy,
John Travolta too.
yeah, but
That
Leah
lady
Remy
used to,
exposed.
that lady from Kings and Queens, she used to be in it.
Leah Remini exposed them, and
Yeah.
they have destroyed her. She can't get work in Hollywood, period, now. And no news agency, nobody wants to touch her. With the
Right
10-foot
here.
pole.
This is what I was talking about before. Oprah, the richest fucking female
Oprah's
in the
part of
fucking world.
Scientology.
I know she's the richest fucking woman in the fucking on earth, and all these people want to
even
fucking trust
Oprah
her.
have a house in Hawaii. Oprah
She has a
does.
house. She probably
in
has
Hawaii. Yeah.
She probably has 5 houses in every fucking state.
Yep. Hawaii.
Alexa, Oprah is worth how much?
Billions.
3,500,000,000. 3.5 billion.
Shit.
3
Yeah.
fucking 0.5 billion.
Yeah.
And she can do so much to help everybody in the fucking. She can
Girl.
help so many American citizens if she wanted to. Because think of how old she's getting, you know? What's she gonna do? Send it to her fucking niece and nephews and all that shit? But no, she has to save that money and then give everybody a book at the end of their fucking her show to make it look like she's giving people shit.
Oh, no. The free shit she gives away, supposedly, they
I
have
bet you
to,
it's
no, they have to pay
donated
for
it.
it. Nope. They have to
Really?
pay for it. Yep.
No shit.
Yep.
So even nothing's free with her. So fuck it.
Especially when she says, "Oh, you're getting a car. Everybody's getting a car." No, they all have to finance that shit.
Puff Daddy and Felix the House Cat, famed house music producer.
Yeah, no, I know
are
who that is.
basically spooning each other. I swear to God, they're basically spooning and they're drinking a glass of Hennessy and they're like sharing it. They're like passing it back and forth.
And everyone's talking.
And everyone's just like talking.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I see them, I'm like,
All men, though. There's not
all
one woman
men,
in this
all
room.
men, and
Yeah.
they're all 100% on X.
Oh my
Like you can
gosh.
see Diddy's in like white linen being like, oh my God, like rub ice on my nipples,
Right.
You know, like oh, you're one of my best friends.
Right.
So the minute I make eye contact with him, like a gigantic bouncer comes over and says, "Get the fuck out!" Because a lot of people turned and looked at me because it was very unexpected that like a fat guy with an afro,
Right.
like no shirt on, basically like an open windbreaker,
Right.
opened the door to like this like you.
Now, as soon as Fat Jew made eye contact with Diddy, he decided to get the heck out of there. However, he left a mark on Diddy because after the party, Fat Jew and the rapper ended up crossing paths at a press event for a film. Diddy was in the middle of an interview when he locked eyes with Fat Jew. Out of nowhere, he stopped the interview and pointed at Fat Jew in a room full of people, asking him where he'd seen him before. Now Fat Jew blurted out Miami, and Diddy got silent after that.
At a junket for a movie that he was in. Someone is interviewing him. I'm in the back as a friend of someone who was there.
Mhm.
I'm all the way in the back. I'm behind a million publicists, a million people.
But you see him,
Well, he's being interviewed on
and
the
then you're
couch.
thinking about it.
Oh, I'm thinking about it the whole time.
Yeah.
By the way, anyone I ever told the story to was like, "Oh, you're a liar."
I don't think you're a liar.
Everybody was like, "You're a liar." Like, I'm sure something happened, and they knew I was on Star Island. Like, that was verified
Yeah.
by the other person I was with.
Sure.
But people were like, "You're a liar. You didn't see them sharing a glass of Hennessy. Like, you didn't see Prelude to like an orgy. Like, this is bullshit. Like, you're
Right.
being funny. Like, Fat Jew's hilarious."
Sure.
So, a couple people said they believe me, but I think they were lying. So, he's being interviewed in the middle of the interview for this movie. I mean, I'm sure you can guess what movie it is. I think he was only in a movie.
Right. At least recently.
Yes. He literally stops the interview and he points at me all the way in the back and he goes, "Yo, you, my man." And everyone in the room turns around and looks at me and he goes, "Where do I know you from?"
Oh no.
And then I go, "Miami." And he goes, "Oh, true." And we locked eyes again, and he knew that I knew that he knew that I knew that he knew that I knew that he drinks the milk of other men.
Fat Jew talked about feeling scared after the event. He feared that Diddy would send people to his house to silence him. Thankfully, nothing like that happened. All because Fat Jew made the smart move of documenting his experiences online. So, in case something did happen, the internet would know who to point fingers at.
nervous at all in like a Breaking Bad kind of way that maybe people were going to be sent to your house or something? Like,
Oh, 100%.
Because I'd be a
100%.
little nervous.
See, now what I'm doing to combat that is by talking about it publicly on
And then you're, yeah,
podcasts
because this will come back.
Right,
yeah.
right. Because
yeah.
I'm most safe if I talk about it
pause
publicly.
this real
It's so
quick.
crazy.
Right.
However, not everyone who attends
just
Diddy's
found
parties
something interesting
stays
out
sane
about
enough
Diddy.
to tell the tale. Take YK
Okay.
Osiris for one.
You think rapping is
Wait, hold on a
blessing,
second. Who
you're
was
not using
that?
God in
All in like a Breaking Bad kind of way that maybe people were going to be sent to your house or something like a little
100%.
because I'd be a little
100%.
nervous.
See,
Sane enough to tell the tale.
what I'm doing to combat that is by
What's that? Who was
Here, let me
that?
share.
This person right here.
Yeah,
Stop saying it's a blessing from God. It's not a blessing. It's a blessing. It's a blessing from the devil.
The Florida rapper emerged on the scene as a promising young artist in 2017. Following his debut on the internet, it didn't take him long to be picked up by Def Jam Recordings. However,
Here. Look at this shit. Diddy don't hide it. That he likes little kids.
What the fuck?
That's Bad Boy's record label. Diddy's record label. Has a picture of a baby in the record label.
What? Jeez.
That is fucking disgusting.
Yeah. Shit. Oh boy.
He didn't
And
hide
then,
that he was a pedophile.
I just found this. This was made 7 hours ago. And it's the Freak Off Celebrities list.
I want to know who's leaking all these documents.
Yeah.
A lot of this should still be under seal.
Bitch. Got your asshole ripped open, and the only thing it inspired was loyalty. They ripped your ass open. Gene didn't say it. He
What?
checked the records at the hospital. I'm saying it.
What the fuck?
Ripped open. Then you take Justin Bieber.
You already know what it is. It's your
Are
boy
you
Laid Back
shitting?
with another
Holy
reaction, another
fuck.
review, another episode. Hey, Diddy, you up to bat? Bah.
Bitch, I'm driving up in it. Most of you niggas is lazy. Half of you niggas fugazi.
Yeah, blah, 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 blah.
Come back to my channel. Hey, two things we got to do. You got to hit that subscribe button. I'm drinking this water. You already know what it is, man. Elevate more. Frosted.
Blah, blah, blah.
This is Diddy's Freak Offs Celebrity List documentary. That's all I'm going to say.
And I think
I
it's
don't know what to
horseshit.
expect. It might be some clips in here we done seen before, but this is the Freak Off Celebrity List.
All right, let's.
Went for $500 million.
What?
It had multiple stars in it. Nicki Minaj, Rihanna, Chris Brown,
Rihanna?
Chris
Justin
Brown?
Bieber, Drake. It was a really interesting night in Calabasas, and he just sold.
Dude, Rihanna. I can't believe what Rihanna was in there.
They're
No,
missing
Rihanna-
Chris Brown also.
What's that? What'd you say?
Rihanna's a damn demon. I mean, come on.
I don't know. I liked her as an actress in that movie, Battleship.
Indiana, she mentioned Chris Brown. She mentioned him.
All that footage.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
How come you think it doesn't get leaked to the public?
The dark net.
Yeah, like
Because of the dark coin. Most people don't even know
What
that the
the
dark coin
fuck?
exists.
Shit. What the fuck? Jeez. Oh
my God.
And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. But me and you ain't never really party, you know what I'm saying? I like when you like this.
Problem
Daddy.
is, I want to know where
Daddy,
this
I like
list
when you-
is.
When you scrambling and scraping and shit. No, make a wish. Just blow it out. It's your birthday every day.
I remember this episode came out. I was like, what is he talking about? I like when you like this. What? Fab looking like
where I look
Did you
back
miss
on
me?
where I became.
Did you miss me though? For real? Because I'm
I
saying
miss-
it seems like a thing.
I
It's
miss
his
partying
birthday
with
party.
Puff, man. I
Man,
miss
but I'm
partying
talking about
with
for your birthday.
Huh?
That's
I want you to
fucking
party with me for
sick,
your birthday,
dude.
man.
Yeah.
We
Pause
party for my
pause
birthday.
this real
You
quick.
came to my party.
Because I want to know where the hell these lists are, or if this is just a bunch of people naming names. Because If the civil suits are in federal court, there's
Hold
probably
on
a
a
seal
second.
on those documents. And if it's in the
There's
criminal side of things, there's definitely a seal on that.
there's this one is a day ago.
Yeah,
Fuck
what it
off.
is what it is a bunch of people taking videos of people talking about the parties. It's not an
Yeah.
actual list yet. The actual
Then
list.
how do you-
we won't get the
how do
actual
you know
list
Will
probably
Smith?
5 years.
How do you know about Will Smith then?
Because
Hey,
people are
welcome
naming
back.
because other people that work for Diddy are dropping names.
So you don't know if it's really true. Allegedly.
It's all alleged.
Nah, back before all this, Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith both.
Hey everybody, welcome back to an
Going on too.
I did a video about this girl. Not hold on a second.
That girl?
No, no. Her.
You did?
Yeah.
When you did that?
Kill him. Cops.
Hey everybody, welcome back to an all-new episode of the True Crime Podcast, Serialously.
Yeah, blah,
It's
blah,
me,
blah,
Annie
blah, blah,
Elise,
blah.
and today is our heads. I'm sure many of you have seen it, and the allegations are we also now have our hands on the unsealed federal indictment. And guys,
Unsealed.
this gets
Unsealed.
so crazy,
Yeah, that's just
especially
the
when you
indictment,
read
but
through
like all the
everything and not
evidence-
just go through, the top headlines.
Yeah.
Because mainstream media is very
Here, pause it
censored
real
in a
quick.
lot of what they say. I don't know that they are sharing all of these details, and I understand why, but
Because it's
what's
taken,
up?
It's taken almost 4 years to unseal Maxwell's civil suits and Epstein's civil suits with all those documents that got dropped. So most
Yeah.
of these, people claiming they have the list, I think that's bullshit, honestly, because it's going to be 4 or 5 years before all this shit ever gets unsealed, if it ever gets unsealed.
As a reminder, to hear these cases, which are not usually on YouTube, follow the podcast seriously on podcast platforms. No, thank you.
Just a year ago, Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith with that whole fucking Chris Rock issue, they were outed that Will Smith was bisexual and that they would have parties, something similar to Diddy's parties at their fucking house over in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah. But seriously, Denzel Washington involved? Fuck, man.
There's going to be a lot of names getting dropped. How much involvement do they have? Who knows?
Well, we'll find out soon because
The only problem is
all these names.
the only problem
are-
is as soon as
Hold on. These people are rich as hell. So once that happens, you'll find out lawsuits of people. Sorry, it wasn't me.
You're not going to find lawsuits because a lot of them
What's up, Cape Cod?
they'll shut them the
Hey, buddy.
fuck up with $100 million. Or here's 10 million, shut the fuck up, go away. Hush, buddy. You'll never know about it.
I want
But
to watch this whole fucking thing.
I think
for an hour
a
long.
lot of Epstein shit, a lot more of Epstein shit is going to come out in this trial. I think they're using Diddy to finish going after what they started with Epstein because both of these people knew the same damn people. They know the big players. But I don't think the powers that may be are going to allow anything to get released.
in the conduct of the affairs of the Combs enterprise included the following:
Oh wait,
One,
hold on a second. So that was his
corruption,
jail
bribery,
cell.
and
$1 million. I hope you enjoy your fucking cell.
Oh no, he's in a
Retaliation
goddamn turtle suit
against-
now.
He's in a what?
He's in a turtle suit.
individuals who witnessed the crimes that were committed by members and associates of the enterprise. It then goes in supported and business employees cleaning the hotel. So then it goes on to say Combs subjected victims to physical, emotional, and verbal abuse to cause the victims to engage in these freak-offs. Combs maintained control over his victims through, among other things, physical violence, promises of career opportunities, granting and threatening to withhold financial support, and by other coercive means, including dangerous.
I'm sorry, I'm not gonna watch an hour-long thing. The fuck is Cassie? I'm sorry, I don't know. It's only 5 minutes.
Okay, guys, so this is some breaking news, and I have to.
Hola,
abruptly whilst I'm
Murari.
out. Just left a work meeting to let you guys know that Diddy's arrest video seems to have been leaked, released by the hotel, and I don't know who's leaked this video, but it definitely looks like somebody has leaked this. Hey guys, it's Murad Murali. Please do subscribe.
Okay,
to the
well,
channel.
blah blah blah.
Two
Show this
men
fucking
stop
video.
him for some reason, and before he goes to the elevator, two men stop him. For some reason, they take him up the elevator and take him to his bedroom. So I don't know why they do that. I don't understand that. And then they take him back down and perhaps behind the hotel, and of course then put him away. And as he's walking away, he's in cuffs. So for the fact that the hotel has released this footage, to me is insane. I don't understand why a hotel would do this. Who paid for this to be released? Was it leaked? Was it one of the employees? I don't personally know.
Okay, well, who gives a shit? We already know he's arrested. Man describes parties held. Okay, this is only 3 minutes.
I want to know how he got back to the United States and why his ass decided to come back here knowing this shit was going on.
Oh, this is about prosecutor explains the charges. I want to find out who the fuck is else implicated.
We're not going to completely find that out right now because everybody's so worried about P. Diddy this, P. Diddy that. And now to come find out, the gun charges may get dropped.
The FBI releases a list of names involved in Diddy's freak-off. FBI released it. I want to hear it.
So I was dating this guy, Chris.
Talk about.
You know what's up? I'm not. Conspiracy, sex trafficking, interstate transportation for. The indictment alleges that between at least 2008 and the present, Combs threatened and coerced victims to fulfill his desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct.
Music mogul Sean Diddy Combs has been arrested in a Manhattan hotel this evening after a grand jury indicted the music mogul. Combs had been living there for several weeks.
These claims identically.
We were actually the first ones here with about 30 different law enforcement.
Toads. Yeah. I mean, and apparently you survived it. Any else?
By being incredibly healthy and her death being, well, shady. Rumors about the alleged affair between Jay-Z and Kathy sparked after she was spotted at a Las Vegas nightclub partying with Jay-Z and Diddy.
Blah blah blah.
It
Where's
took long
the
for people to
fucking
start connecting the
implication?
dots and figuring out that Kathy was Jay-Z's mistress. Kathy had enough of living a double life and decided that it was finally time to tell her story.
Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you haven't. I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But you never.
Pause
Really...
it. I have it.
He's not young enough yet, or he's growing up. That's why he hasn't called him anymore.
Here's some of them.
All right.
There's one that's
Hold on a second.
real. Where is it? God damn it. Right there.
Prince Harry? Holy
British
shit.
Royal. Like I said, a lot of Epstein's documents are going to come into this case.
Don't say I'm not Prince Royal family. What the heck?
Hey, go back to the very beginning.
Stevie
Stevie
J.
Nikki.
One of her ex-boyfriends. Plus, she'll probably get Young Miami, Prince Harry, Casey Ventura, Bishop T.D. Jakes. I don't know.
Just keep reading them off because it's hard to read it right. Where am I?
Georgia Mass Choir was named. Donald Lou Lawrence, songwriter and producer. The Clark Sisters, Smokey. I don't know how many of these are like victims and how many of these are perpetrators, but
they wouldn't name out. They wouldn't put the names out the victims yet at all. They wouldn't do that.
They probably would, but they'd be
No, they wouldn't. Especially if
yes, they would, but they would mark
Not
them
if
as
they're
like
underage.
Jane Doe, John Doe. They'd put them as John Does or Jane Does.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, Mountain Girl, how you doing?
Because that's what they did with Epstein's documents, except for like 3 of them that were actually named. That they didn't care if their name was out there.
Yeah. But look at this. It's disgusting.
No shit.
He's like, still, he's only like, what, 13 in this fucking video?
Yeah, but he's one of the biggest damn pedos in Hollywood right
could
now.
Indict a ham sandwich, but the Southern District of New York has a 98.2 conviction rate. All right, for those who don't know, if you got 100 people, only 1.28
Here comes your math
or something like that, 98 point, you have 1.8.
This has made his situation even more precarious. Being held in the MDC Brooklyn detention facility, Diddy is facing serious challenges as he navigates life behind bars. According to sources, Diddy is being kept in the Special Housing Unit, SHU, where he's isolated from the general population for his own protection.
I figured he would
Former
be in the
warden
shoe.
Cameron Lindsay explained to TMZ that Diddy's celebrity and the nature of the charges against him make him a target, and some inmates might see harming him as a twisted badge of honor. Lindsay went on to detail how life in the SHU is highly controlled and regimented. Diddy is allowed just 1 hour of recreation time each day and 3 showers per week. Although his legal team will have regular access to work on his case, visits from family and friends will be less frequent and more difficult due to the isolated nature of his detention. Additionally, life in the SHU is harsh in more ways than one. Diddy receives 3 meals a day, but the food isn't fresh since it sits in warming boxes before being served. He can purchase small items from the commissary, such as snacks and clothing, but his daily routine involves a strict regimen, including making his
Oh, I wonder how his commissaries works. I wonder if they took his money away.
No, he won't be able to get commissary while on suicide watch.
But still, I mean, they're gonna take some of that money away. He's not gonna be a fucking millionaire in there. They go to the commissary, just buy whatever the fuck he
bed
wants.
and cleaning his cell early in the morning. Attorney James Kusura
He's only allowed like $3,000 a month.
who represents rapper Casanova, provided insight into the even grimmer realities of MDC Brooklyn. Kusuros described frequent violent incidents and fights within the facility. He noted that in the SHU, Diddy's access to basic amenities like the phone or library is highly limited, and even visits are difficult due to the extended process of reaching the unit. This isolation is likely to limit the time Diddy gets to spend with his loved ones, further adding to the challenges he's facing during this trying period. With Diddy navigating such a tense environment, his legal team and supporters are surely working hard to resolve his situation. But for now, the mogul must adapt to life in one of the most notorious federal detention centers in the U.S. The legal troubles surrounding Sean Diddy Combs have intensified with the recent unsealing of an indictment detailing raids conducted at his residences in Los Angeles and Miami. Prosecutors
Oh my gosh!
disclosed
Oh,
that during
shit.
these raids, enters in the U.S. challenges he's facing
Are you
during
saying
this
that
trying
Are you
period.
saying that?
With Diddy navigating such a
Hold
tense
on, real
environment,
quick.
his legal
Hold on-
team
hold
and
on a sec.
supporters are
Well-
surely working hard to resolve his situation.
Second.
But for now, the mogul must adapt to life in one of the most notorious federal detention centers in the U.S.
Where is it? Come on.
The legal troubles surrounding Sean Diddy Combs
didn't
have
rewind it that
intensified
fast.
with the recent unsealing of an indictment detailing raids conducted.
That. Seriously? I hope he's not involved.
Who? John Cena?
That's not John Cena.
Mark Wahlberg?
Yes. That's
Oh,
Mark
trust
Wahlberg.
me. There's going to be a bunch
I'll bet
of
you,
celebrities
there's going to be
involved.
I bet you there's going to be a lot of people that are famous that have met him, have videos or pictures with him, but have nothing to do with it.
No, there's going to be videos coming out and more trials coming out because of all the blackmail Diddy did to him.
Yeah.
Problem is, I want this fucker convicted so he can go to ADX. On top of that, he has no money right now. His lawyers,
All right.
His lawyers are pretty much working for free. Hope to God they can beat the charges so they can get his money seized by the feds. The RICO charges have seized all liquid assets.
That's what I figured.
Yeah, the feds pretty much have control of all his money, finances, his kids' money, and their finances. He's broke right now.
Shit. I mean, you said that his son, he implicated his son.
His son's
Where did
getting implicated because of a similar lawsuit that was just filed on his son, alleging the same shit.
Wow.
His residences in Los Angeles and Miami. Prosecutors disclosed that during these raids, authorities seized an array of items, including drugs and over 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant.
Oh my gosh.
Conducted at his residences
Okay,
in
that
Los
reminds
Angeles
me
and
of the-
Miami.
Not bad. My kitty cat.
Prosecutors disclosed
That reminds me of the
that
two
during these
dumbasses
raids,
that went to
authorities
every
seized an
Walmart,
array
bought up
of
every
items,
bottle of
including
hand
drugs and
sanitizer.
over 1,000 bottles of baby
Yeah.
oil and lubricant, which were labeled as freak-off supplies in the indictment. These discoveries have raised further questions regarding the activities that took place at these locations, adding complexity to the already high-profile case. Diddy was arrested in Manhattan following a grand jury indictment, although the exact charges remain under wraps for the moment. His attorney, Mark Agnifilo, expressed frustration with the U.S. Attorney's Office, claiming that Diddy, who he describes as a successful entrepreneur and philanthropist, is being unfairly targeted. Agnifilo stated, "Though he is not perfect, he is certainly not a criminal," and called for the public to reserve judgment until all facts are disclosed. Damian Williams, the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, confirmed Diddy's arrest and promised more information once the indictment is fully released. This arrest is the latest in a series of legal challenges for the music mogul, who has been at the center of multiple investigations and lawsuits.
A lot of this is just replaying.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. If they
I'm
don't,
sorry.
if they don't unalive him,
He's going to be if he's really implicating other people.
he's still going to get
unalived.
unalived.
I meant the list that you just showed us.
Mm-hmm.
Denzel wasn't in there, but I'm saying a lot of other people.
That was just some. Who knows how big the list?
I'm just saying, if he's starting to give out names once it gets more popular, yeah, Epstein, or whatever.
Yeah, they're going to Epstein him because you're talking about the royal family, the British royal family getting implemented into this. Yeah, Epstein was doing the same shit. So
That's fucked up. Oh, where'd Central Florida go? Did he have to go?
I guess.
Or did he just drop out?
I don't know. He might had to go.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I'll let you look for a video to play if you want to, but I mean I don't, unless it's 100% true, I don't want to play anything that was.
The problem is it's getting harder and harder to figure out what videos are true and which ones are AI.
FBI reveals that Jay-Z was allegedly involved in his parties.
Yeah.
The FBI released a list of CEOs.
Yeah, you're talking CEOs, CFOs, politicians, royal family, people in other countries.
Every celebrity who warned people about Sean. Hold on one second. Never mind. I don't want to play that.
I think a lot of the Epstein documents, the Maxwell documents, are coming into Diddy's trial.
But he can implicate whoever the fuck he wants. But if they Epstein him before trial, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It won't work.
Which is going to suck for all the victims that are involved.
Exactly.
They're not going to get justice. Like how they did it to fucking Epstein. All of those victims didn't get justice.
Yeah.
But if they don't Epstein him, he's going to the worst of the worst prisons in the United States, and that's ADX Florence.
Is it in New York or not? Where's that?
In the middle of BFE, Colorado.
Good luck with that.
Hey,
no outside direct time. Period.
Look up that prison so we can show it off. I want to. Or I can. What's it called?
I already got it.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
Big prison.
Oh yeah.
And of course, they're going to keep him in the fucking hole for the rest of his life because everybody's going to try to.
Everybody's in the goddamn hole there. This is where Eric Brandt's at too.
No.
That's ADX Florence. They're no longer allowed to go outside.
Eric Brandt's there?
They put Eric Brandt there.
Why?
Because
fucking filming?
That's where they put all the fucking terrorists in Colorado.
He's not a fucking terrorist.
They classified him as a terrorist for making the threats against a judge.
Fuck.
Yeah. There are like the windows.
Oh, dude. Hey, go up more. I want to read some of this shit. Up to 4. You get, okay. 7 by 12 foot cell. So they don't even get fucking, I don't know, if 8 by 10 or 7 by 12 would be better. I don't know. But
8 by 10 would be better. But it's 7 by 12, all concrete.
Up to 4 15-minute phone calls are allowed per month. Visitation rights are strictly restricted, if allowed at all.
Yeah.
Holy shit. So he can't even fucking get visitors. He can only get his lawyer.
Lawyer or bail. Chapo's there. Terry Nichols is there. Dude that did the Boston bombings there. Yeah.
The Unabomber?
The Unabomber.
Wow.
One of the yeah.
Both. Yeah, Ted Kaczynski. He's in
Yeah.
there.
He was there.
Or yeah, before he passed away.
No, before they executed him.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant. I'm just trying to
But yeah,
say it in a YouTube way.
yeah. I don't lie, but the windows on these things, they all face the same direction. You can't get a lay of the land. They all face into the courtyards.
Oh yeah.
And some of them don't have windows. Like the rec areas, all you can see is the sky and you can't get a direction.
Yeah.
Good luck getting anywhere near there. Because it is really, really restricted.
Bring it back to Daddy. Come here, baby.
See if I can't get a side.
Good girl. Here you go. My kitty likes to play catch.
Yeah. There you go. That's the cells. You have your shower and everything. You stay in there 23 and a half hours a day.
Scroll down a little bit. Looks bigger than it.
Nah. They're standing in the door taking the picture. Nah, it ain't that big.
That's small in there.
Yeah.
So where's the end of the cell though? I mean,
they're in
he
the
has all
door.
that area to walk around.
No.
So what's that?
The wall's right here. They're in the door. The door's right there. You only have about 1.5 feet by maybe 2 foot to walk right there. You have to walk pretty much
to do
walk
push-ups and stuff like that. What's that behind it? Is that where he showers or some shit?
That's the shower. There's your sink.
Looks
your
like a
toilet.
hot box.
And there's your toilet.
And he only allows 3 showers a week.
Yeah, and this is all on timers. You can only flush like so many times a day and use the water so many times a day. Yeah, it's hell on wheels.
Dude, if it's a fucking Supermax, yeah, I can understand.
Let's see.
So poor P. Diddy, he won't even get a TV to watch.
Oh, he'll be able to get a TV, but it'll cost him almost $1,000 for a little 17-inch TV. Like $1,700 is what the TVs cost.
He'll have one.
Fucking
Oprah will buy him one.
Probably not if she gets implemented.
She have 1,000 acres in Hawaii. Oprah does.
That's fucking bullshit.
I looked at
nobody. I'm sorry, but nobody should be that rich. Nobody should have that much money. In my opinion.
Yeah.
Unless they're using it to help other people, And trust me, they're not. I'm sure she gives a lot of shit to charities and stuff like that, but probably puts it on her taxes so she gets that money back. Oh, CNN's live right now.
Yeah, no, this is.
What they have to say.
If you ever seen any other prison throughout the U.S., they have windows facing outwards, right?
Yeah.
Not here.
The hotel.
They're all facing inwards.
And Combs attempted to bribe the staff member with a stack of
Or
cash.
straight up.
Ensure that what happened was kept quiet. And as the indictment alleges, In late 2023, after public allegations were made about Combs's crimes, he and others pressured witnesses and victims to stay silent, including by making phone calls to witnesses and victims and giving them a false narrative of what they had experienced. And as alleged, Combs used others to help conceal his abuse by monitoring and preventing victims from leaving a location in order to hide their injuries, or by locating and contacting a victim who had attempted to flee. As part of this investigation, in March of this year, special agents from HSI executed search warrants at Combs's residences in Miami and Los Angeles. They also executed a warrant for Combs's electronic devices. During those searches, agents seized evidence of the crimes charged in this indictment. They seized firearms and ammunition, including 3 defaced AR-15s and a large capacity drum magazine. They also seized evidence of the freak-offs, electronic devices that contain images and videos of the freak-offs with multiple victims.
Holy shit.
And they seized cases and cases of the kinds of personal lubricant and baby oil that Combs' staff allegedly used to stock hotel rooms for the freak-offs, more than 1,000 bottles altogether.
Okay, so P. Diddy is like every other person that gets rich, and all the fucking cops and all the judges and everything. He got a god complex, thought that nobody could touch him, and took fucking video of it. And he took video of it. Why would you videotape that shit?
What?
I'm sorry.
No, he videotaped it to use it as blackmail against politicians and shit.
The serial number has been thoroughly defaced.
Oh, is this
another
This
picture
live.
of more ammunition and
this
parts
that
of
one
the
that
AR-15s
tried to
right there.
assassinate Trump?
No, this is about P. Diddy.
Now, I want to be clear about 2 things. First, this office is determined to investigate and prosecute anyone who engages in sex trafficking, no matter how powerful or wealthy or famous you may be. No one should doubt our commitment on that. A year ago, Sean Combs stood in Times Square and was handed a key to New York City. Today, he's been indicted and will face justice in the Southern District of New York.
Are they going to take that key away?
Second, we are not done. This investigation is ongoing, and I encourage anyone with information about this case to come forward and to do it quickly. Anyone with information can call 1-877.
Seriously, they need to take the fucking key to the city back from him.
Problem is, the firearm charges
HSI
will not stand.
What's that?
The firearm charges will not stand. He'll be able to appeal those and get him over.
Yeah, who gives a who gives a shit? Who gives a
Yeah.
shit? He's still gonna go life in prison.
I want to
Or 15 did life.
Nah, he'll get the
express my
max.
deep appreciation for the victims and witnesses who have used their voices and helped bring this criminal conduct to light. We would not be here without them. I also want to thank the dedicated case agents on the HSI Trafficking in Person Squad in New York. They have been with us since day one and have worked tirelessly on this investigation. They will continue to be invaluable partners to us.
The only
I also
question
want to
is,
thank
how
the
are they
incredible agents
charging
and
this out
analysts
of
from SDNY
fucking New
who have
York?
also provided tremendous assistance on this case. I'm deeply grateful for their continued work.
How are they doing what?
How are they even trying to charge him in the state of New York? To
Probably
me,
'cause
that's
it's federal-
unconstitutional.
It's
It
a
needs to
federal
be
case.
charged- It don't
Probably
fucking
because it's a
matter.
federal case.
Doesn't fucking matter. I
Federal
can't
case.
prosecute a federal fucking case against somebody who committed a crime in Kansas, in Kentucky. You have to use that district. That court does not have jurisdiction.
I disagree.
It's just
It's
it would
federal.
be no,
If
it's
it's
no
federal. As long as it's a federal court.
no. There is still the courts still have to have personal jurisdiction. Same thing with civil lawsuits that are federal. That court has to
Okay,
have
well, maybe
jurisdiction.
he's had a lot of those parties in New York. Who knows? I don't know. Seriously, he's probably had a party.
I could understand if they were prosecuting in the capital, where the federal government resides, but New York, no, they shouldn't be able to fucking court judge shop.
I really don't give a fuck as long as they take him down from what he did. It's disgusting.
Yeah, and I see a lot of it getting overturned in the Supreme Court.
Yeah,
for violation of the Constitution.
Not for this when they're taking away.
It
other
doesn't
rights and
matter.
shit.
It's
They're not gonna fucking be like, oh, hey, it's P. Diddy. Oh
It's
yeah,
not, it's not because of P. Diddy. If the federal government violated his constitutional rights to be tried by a jury of his peers where the crime was committed,
dude, that crime has been committed in so many fucking places ever since Usher was fucking 10 years old.
then you file every charge in every federal court or get it moved to
Finally, I
the
want to
Supreme
thank
Court.
the outstanding
there's a
career
loophole.
prosecutors
Maybe
from
there's a loophole.
SCNY
I don't know.
who are handling this case. Meredith Foster, Emily Johnson, Chrissy Slavic, Madison Smeisler, and Mitzi Steiner, and their supervisors, Jamie Backleeper and Jacqueline Kelly. They are members of the Civil Rights Unit in our criminal division. We created the Civil Rights Unit when I became U.S. Attorney. I'm deeply proud of their work on this and so many other cases.
See, they're parts of the civil rights, so I'm sure they're looking into everything. Let's see how this started out.
Just that he maintained control over the victim. Been with us since day one. As alleged, Combs used force, threats of force, and coercion to cause victims to engage in extended sexual performances with male commercial sex workers, some of whom he trained.
Holy crap, is this 12 hours? What the fuck does it?
It's just
What is it?
re-looping. They talk. This has been going on.
You know, they claim he's cooperating.
Yeah, that's I don't know because this is a different website. They're doing it live. Why is he not in jail? Because Eli won't prosecute. Hello? Anybody there?
I'm here.
I'm here.
Hey, Bryce.
Checking.
I'm
Hey,
here.
Bryce. Why
What?
do you think this guy is not fucking arrested already?
I don't know what's going on with that. They need to pick up the process for the end up getting them in.
I just want to see what this guy's talking about.
We're gonna say by luck wise. Let's say you do a scratch off ticket and it says win for life or whatever, or Mega Million or something. Like you got lucky or a lawsuit or car accident, whatever. Yeah, it's bittersweet, but you get so rich that you
And he's still
your family that your own family is gonna show their colors. That they're gonna be sick. That
son of a bitch is still making fucking Brooklyn. Fuck that. Oh, I want to watch this. I gotta go to bed pretty soon. I got church in the morning. The fuck? Wrong one. Gosh dang it. Alexa,
I seen a couple groups that were doing this exact same thing, and I decided to give it a try. Now this is my full time. I do it every day, all day, and this is my.
All right, enough of this shit. Come on. Play your fucking video.
Hey, we need to talk to you guys, or I'm gonna have the police come right now. If you guys drive away, I'm gonna call the police. Okay, I just want to talk to you. I need to tell you what your son's doing. If you drive off, I'm gonna have the police come. Okay? Can your son come talk to me? I need to talk to him. He's doing something he shouldn't be doing. Otherwise, I'm gonna call the police. I don't have to call the police. You want to step out and have a talk with me, Diego?
Yo, Diego.
With a 13-year-old little girl.
What?
I got it all right here. He's here to have sex with a 13-year-old little girl. I'm gonna
do that?
Yes, he sent his picture. I need to talk to him. I'm gonna call the police. It's up to him. I'm just gonna talk to him and we'll find out what's going on from here, okay? But he's here to do some bad things. Can we walk with him up here? I don't want the police. I don't want the apartments to call the police. Come on, Diego. Let's go for a little walk, buddy. What's going on, man? My name's Tommy. I'm with Colorado Pet Patrol. What I do is I have an organization that searches out pedophiles online, okay? And this can go one of two ways. I can have the Broomfield police here pretty quickly, and you probably would get arrested for what you did. Or
Broomfield, yeah.
You know, make sure you don't do this again.
Man. I'm so sorry.
You're sorry? Yeah. Okay, so depending on how honest you are with me, we're recording for your safety and mine, okay? Your dad can just pull in here. But they're going to call the police if they see us talking to you, okay? So if we don't just go right over this corner here,
over again, you know,
and we'll just have a little 10-15 minute talk with you. Again, the more honest you are with me, the better it's going to go for you, okay? So who are you here to meet?
I'm Heather.
Heather, okay. Let me stop right here. We'll go a little more. Yeah, you can park. How old is Heather?
She told me she was 14.
No, how old she say?
She said she was turning 13, but she said she was turning
So if she's turning 14, how old is she?
underage.
How old is she?
13.
13. How old are you, Diego?
27.
You're 27. Do you have ID on you?
I don't.
You don't? Okay. Is it Diego? Is that your real?
This guy really look like he's 27. Maybe right around like here, but I mean,
Yeah, maybe.
overall it looks like a kid to me.
Yeah.
Or at least he could pass as a
Real name?
kid.
What's your last name, Diego? Okay. What were you gonna do with this 13-year-old?
We were just gonna hang out and watch TV.
So you didn't no sexual talk, stuff like that? Because I found your phone number in her phone, and I'm Uncle Tommy. Okay, I just got back from Vegas today, and I saw her phone was ringing, and I looked at some messages that you had sent her. Okay, I'm recording for your safety and mine, but you were a little worried that Uncle Tommy was going to show up today, right? Why? If you were just going to hang out.
I didn't want her parents to get mad and stuff.
Well, you said you could shave and you could look 16. You didn't shave though.
There you go. That's okay. That's what
This
it
is just
is.
recording
You
you
shaved.
just in case. So we're non-violent. We're not going to hurt you. Okay, and that's why we
Shaved,
record.
look
So if
younger.
you leave here and say these guys beat my ass, we didn't.
Shut up,
Okay.
Tommy.
What gang are you affiliated with?
I'm not with any gang. I just
Why did you say that? You want to scare a 13-year-old? So you think that's cool to tell a 13-year-old that you're a fucking gangster?
No, they
Fucking tough guy?
They just like gangsters, you know.
Who likes gangsters?
Everybody.
I don't like gangsters, and I don't like people who touch little kids. And that's what you were here to do today.
No, nothing
Oh,
like that. It's
you said you were here to do it. We're going to go over these messages here in a minute, but you said you were going to.
You did it because girls always go for the fucking assholes. Right, Bryce?
Right.
They always go for the fucking assholes. Pisses me off. It pisses me off.
Do some pretty disturbing
That
things.
makes fun of
fucking
Tommy's
gangbanger.
last name.
That's what you said, right? So if you want to be
What?
bullshit, bro,
I
you
make
told her
fun
you
of
were a
his
gangster.
last name. Tommy.
Oh, yeah,
It's
Tommy.
funny.
How do you make
I
fun
should
of
get
what do
some
you say?
comedian and make fun of him.
You
Like
just didn't
Cat
get beat in
Williams
yet,
or
but
something.
you know, you're stealing cars and doing all kinds of shit. You're trying to scare a little kid to make you think you're a badass. Are you a badass? Because guess what?
Oh,
a
you,
gangster would
Tommy?
do to a fucking pedophile.
beat my ass.
You know
Oh,
what I mean?
you?
I'm just being real with you, bro. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to be real with you because you can't be doing this, man. Do you know what grade a 13-year-old is in? Middle school, bro. Why? How long have you liked little kids for?
It's the first time. I swear to God.
It's the first time.
Yeah.
You're 176 catch. Okay, we got 176. We have 80 arrests.
No, you
All
not
right, but
tell
you know what
me.
they all tell me? Do you know what they all tell me? It's their first time.
No, I swear to God, this is my first time.
You never.
can ask my parents.
Well, your dad doesn't even know you're talking to this one, right?
'Cause I kept it a secret from him, but
Kept it
he
a
knows
secret?
everybody. Yeah.
He knows everybody. Does he know who you're coming to meet today?
No, I told him I was going to meet a friend.
Well, why did you keep him here then? Wouldn't he notice she was 13 if she come walking out?
Yeah, he probably would have said something.
What would he have said, you think?
Why get my ass back in the car?
Yeah, I mean, what do you think he thinks right now?
Shame.
Ashamed? Wouldn't you be ashamed? You're 27 years old, man. You're 3 years away from 30. She's 3 years away from 10. Do you know what I mean? 13 to 27, bro. You are double her age plus 1.
Yeah.
That's disgusting, man. So say everything went as planned today, okay? Did you bring your necklace for her? The key? You didn't even bring that, so you were lying to her about that too?
I had it, but I forgot.
You forgot it?
I forgot it.
What's the shirt you're gonna give her? That's the shirt you were gonna give her? Yeah. And you wanted one of her shirts too? Okay. So say everything worked out, all right? I want you to be completely honest with me, all right? I know. Diego. I know everything.
Diego.
Can I see your phone? Can I look at it? I want to touch it. Can you turn on the face of it? What is your screensaver? Can I see? I just want to see your screensaver. And be honest, man. If you're gonna start bullshitting me, and I'm not gonna hurt you. That's a 13-year-old. Show this. That's a 13-year-old, bro. That's a 13-year-old you got on your phone, man. What do you?
No, I know. I fucked that, man.
Do you love this 13-year-old? I'm not letting her come out, bro. You know what I mean? She's not coming out of that
yes.
apartment.
When he doesn't answer, that means yes.
I guess I can just forget about him, you know.
You said you were in love with her, right? What would you have got? I mean, you say everybody likes gangsters. Who's everybody? You like gangsters?
Not really.
Not really. You just think that's like a girls like that kind of thing? Is that what you're saying? Girls like it?
I guess.
They do? Is that where you're from? Girls like gangsters?
I guess, yeah.
Have you ever done any gangster shit? Did you really steal the car? So you never went to jail? You never ran from the police and threw the drugs out the window? None of that? All false? Okay. All right, man. All
right, man.
Was she gorgeous?
She was pretty though.
So do you find yourself sometimes finding middle schoolers gorgeous? I mean, just be honest, bro. It's okay.
Yeah, I guess.
If you have a problem, bro, you gotta realize you have the problem, right? So you can get some help and move on. If you're like, fuck, I don't like little kids, but you really do, you're not gonna ever get no help, right? Are you just attracted to any girl?
I guess, yeah.
It doesn't matter the age, it's just more of a girl thing?
Yeah.
How low would that go?
Right.
What a dumbass.
Less than 15, I guess.
Less than 15, so maybe like less than 10?
Yeah.
Indeed.
No, not less than 10.
So like 13, 14 is the lowest you would go?
What a dumbass.
But do you
fucker.
realize 13, 14 would put you in prison for the rest of your life? Do you realize that? You ever been to
I'm
prison?
smarter than that.
There's gangsters
I
in
don't
prison.
do shit like
There
that.
is, but guess what
I'm
they
not
don't like?
stupid.
I hear.
They don't like
I hear
pedophiles,
you,
bro.
Bryce.
I'm not saying you. You
I'm
said you've never done
smarter
this
than
before,
that kid.
right? Do you consider
Yes,
yourself
you
a
are.
pedophile?
I don't want to.
You don't want to? Do you think you're going down the road of a
If he
pedophile for doing
doesn't
this?
want to stay, oh boy.
All right,
He's
I
about
want
to
to just
get
go
in
over some of
trouble
these
for
check marks
that.
with you, okay? I want to make sure you realize because you said
Yeah.
you weren't intending on having any sex at all, right?
On the
There was no
news,
intention
they
of any sex,
banned,
right?
they
You're just gonna
stopped
watch a movie.
illegal
What movie were you
injection
just gonna
for
watch?
killing.
Just look around, I guess.
Did you guys
They
talk about watching a
stopped
movie?
it
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
You sure?
in state
Positive?
penitentiary.
Watch a movie or something in a
Hey,
room.
where'd Dustin?
You positive?
Where'd Dustin go?
I got all the messages here, man.
He
I
said
can go
goodnight,
over them one by
y'all.
one.
He said in the private
You wouldn't
chat.
send her any dirty pictures, would you?
Okay.
I
You
looked
did?
at it.
I didn't see that one. You sent her a dirty picture?
With me,
What?
Oh, just like shirt off or
CPP
something?
West Virginia,
You
watch
wouldn't
that
send no naked
one
pictures though,
on
right?
YouTube.
Because this is the picture I'm gonna show you.
Indiana.
I'll be honest with you. That one,
Yeah.
this one,
Oh, I said,
this
what
one,
the fuck?
and then I
is
got one where
going-
you were kind of starting to touch yourself. Bring this on Tuesday.
Probably do that. Would you mind doing a written statement
Sure.
with me here before
Sure.
you guys? That way you don't have to go to the PD or anything. We'll,
Well, I
just,
got
Hey,
it
the
anyway.
police came and
Either
we'll
way.
just do it here before you guys take
Sure.
off.
No problem.
Grab your info. Cool.
No problem.
he's getting arrested. So I'm saying this because
Idiot.
they have to show.
I'm sorry.
I don't want
It's okay.
that happening in
No,
my
no.
channel.
Is that my bag? I'm joking.
Yeah.
What a idiot fucker.
Oh. All
I
right.
was-
I love all you. I love all you guys. Okay, I'm gonna end the live. Danny, we have to hang out sometime. All right. I think Danny probably fell asleep on us. That's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, he's a
here.
really good.
Here
No,
he's
he's a
here.
real, he's a real
He's
good
back.
guy. Yeah, all right, buddy. We have to end the live stream.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah,
What do
you
you think
guys
about
you guys
that
will turn into pumpkins if
CPP?
you don't end the live stream.
What do you think about that video?
Man, that's these guys that go around and do that shit just really it's just unspeakable.
oh, hey. But okay. Let me see. Where can I find it? Shit. Have it on my phone. It's so much easier to fucking find.
I've been back playing solitaire, so I didn't know if you guys could hear me while I was talking or not, because I could hear you.
Yeah. Here we go. True Blue. No, I'm not going to pay for this shit. Sorry.
They keep doing that when everyone's looking at stuff on the news. They keep popping up like Seattle Times. You have to pay for that shit.
I'll tell you one that upsets me is, and it goes on my phone. I watch it now and then, but it's the Leo Roundtable, and they
Yeah.
pull up different cases and talk about it from a police officer's perspective. And some of the shit that they come up with, I'll tell you what, I just can't take it sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, what are you thinking? Or they justify everything that happens to an officer. Just like that officer that got shot by the guy who was acting like he was a First Amendment auditor down in Dallas.
Yeah.
Okay. Think about this. That made the auditing community look bad. But if you're looking at it from the outside and got an open mind, why did that guy do that?
I don't know. What do you think?
I think it's because of all the crap that they're seeing that these officers are doing and getting away with.
Yeah.
We just had the shooting here up here in Fort Wayne of the black kid in the car. He had a gun between his legs. An officer says, if you don't keep your hands on the dash, we're going to shoot you. What kind of a statement do you even come up with that?
Yeah.
And then he turns around and shoots him. There's no way he could have got that particular gun out from between his legs and up and aimed in a timely manner to cause damage. And the officer had backup coming 1 minute behind him.
Here's one that we could play.
But why did he pull him over
little
for?
bit.
We never did hear that. Why that he pulled him over, pulled that car over in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah. It all got hushed up.
Chris Hansen's back, right?
He is.
Yeah. It's called True Blue Streaming Network.
Oh, see the one that was in jail for so long?
Oh, this is Chris Hansen. But the cops are playing a 6-year-old aunt who's trying to sell her daughter for sex. And watch the
Is
guy.
that common with these guys?
I have a lot of people.
My youngest is 18 and he's
retired.
He just graduated from school.
From high school.
Oh, so
Well,
I'm wondering
my
how
other
much
kids are all from my first marriage.
Yeah.
CP he has.
And this is your second
Oh,
marriage?
yeah.
You've
I'm wondering.
Been married 18 years?
This guy turns himself in at the end.
So take me step by step, Jeff, through the events of today. You went online,
that's another
you went to
thing.
a site. Then
He works with the cops, right? Cops arrest him, usually all the suspects afterwards. But apparently, this guy was able to turn himself in. So I don't get it. Maybe because he's a retired cop.
No, he ran from them. They just decided not to pursue. Issued a warrant, and
But like other ped catchers, if they worked with the cops, if they were journalists like Chris Hansen, they wouldn't be in trouble. They'd be arresting all of them.
Yeah, but in Indiana, they're having trouble doing this in Indiana.
Not
Indiana, Ohio.
not PCI. PCI is getting a lot of arrests.
Yeah, but they're actually working with the cops.
Yeah, they are. They're working with the cops. That's why their videos, you don't get much of the
That's why the independents out here are not getting any traction.
That's why you don't get much of. They don't get much of a interaction with the peds. It's like the cops arrive instantly, you know.
Because they got in trouble for not calling the cops before showing up.
Yeah.
Pretty much the cops are sitting right there. They wait for them to get them outside, and then boom.
It's bad enough. It sounds like it's more the ant that is the issue.
Yeah, but the ant is the decoy.
Yeah, but he's talking to somebody who is of age that is doing the child trafficking.
But he shows up to do it with the underage.
Yeah, but he's still dealing with the ant. So you know that would put it into more of an entrapment that you're talking to somebody of age about doing something, and then they keep enhancing it till you finally go. That's entrapment.
But he shows
it's not
not
entrapment.
necessarily.
No, entrapment only works if you're law enforcement.
And if law enforcement contacts them first.
But you're just talking that Chris Hansen's working with the police. So he is working as an arm of the police department.
But it doesn't matter if it's not entrapment if the cops don't contact them first. But ask him how many times he's violated someone's rights.
Yeah, it's jail.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen
I'd
this stuff
look into
on.
his
I've seen this stuff online.
juvenile cases.
It's the end of my
Hey,
life.
how many are female and got sent
What
to
do you tell
juvie?
other men who might be looking for the very same thing?
Don't be stupid like I was.
What are you talking about, Judy?
Don't be stupid like he was.
How many girls has he done it as a cop? And they threaten to expose them.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
So he comes up with BS charges and send them to juvenile hall.
Hey everyone, Chris Hansen here. I hope you're enjoying this free full episode of Takedown.
Well, you guys know I live here by myself. My wife left me and everything. And then when I get off work, I go watch guys fly airplanes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go find something else to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is what happened. This guy, the sheriff, shoots the judge inside his office after an argument and was arrested.
Yeah, but I want to know what the argument was about.
Yeah, investigators have not yet announced the motive, but that was 2 days ago. Here's one. Oh, I don't want long crime. Uh-oh. There has to be a video or something. This. That's not it. Damn it.
There's videos on YouTube.
Okay.
And we've got some new details on a deadly shooting inside a Kentucky courthouse. The governor confirmed that a judge was killed inside his own chambers. Our Charlie DeMar is in Kentucky.
Oh, that was where that police officer shot the judge.
Dozens of police officers descended on the Letcher
Yeah.
County Courthouse in Whitesburg, Kentucky, after shots were fired.
Some witnesses in the judge's office.
Police reportedly arrested.
How far away is that from you, Justin?
It's over near Hazard County. It's in eastern Kentucky.
Okay.
Letcher County Sheriff Mickey Steins, who was accused of shooting District Judge Kevin Mullins inside his office. According to the Mountain Eagle newspaper, court employees were seen outside the courthouse in shock.
Anything that happens out of the ordinary is going to cause for alarm. So
He needs to
as right now, we just want
go
to make sure
work
people are
radio.
no threat to the public and we'll be hopefully clear the area.
Oh, this guy you were
Kentucky
talking
Governor
about?
Andy Beshear posted
That had the sexy voice. Yeah.
I would not say that's a sexy voice.
No, that's the voice of a drill sergeant.
Yeah.
His voice is
Sounds like a
sexy.
drill sergeant.
That's a deep voice.
He can manhandle me any day.
Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear posted this message on social media saying there is far too much violence in this world, and I pray that there is a path to a better tomorrow. Law enforcement says this investigation is far from over. Charlie DeMar, CBS.
Let me guess, they're going to investigate themselves and say he did nothing wrong.
I don't know. With the judge,
No,
I don't know.
the sheriff's already been charged with first-degree capital murder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he can still be charged, but when they investigate themselves, they're going to say he did nothing wrong. That's the prosecutor that's brought the charges.
Or they'll say what I heard on the news today, which is that there's a lawsuit against the judge. Here, let me see if I can find that. Hold on.
Because Beshear's asking for a special prosecutor, and he's also asking for the Federal Bureau of Investigations to take over, to take it out of any hands of Kentucky.
Well,
so people can't sit there and say, "Oh, they investigated themselves." If the FBI and the special prosecutor goes in and finds no wrongdoing, then blame the federal government, not us.
Yeah.
Yep. Because if that judge had a gun and he pulled it out, that could have been self-defense.
Yeah.
And if it's true that this judge was forcing people to have sex in his office, it's still self-defense for the defense of a third.
Yeah. Well, didn't it? Isn't the whole thing? The whole case is based off of the judge having.
Sheriff who allegedly judge faced allegations of ignoring deputies' abuse of women in his chambers. So he killed. So he allegedly unalived the judge because he was doing stuff. He was forcing the deputies to abuse women in his chambers.
Yeah,
I don't believe it.
I think it had something to do with the police officer's niece too, wasn't it?
I'm not sure. Let's see if this is a video of it. Come on, I hate ads.
Chambers was embroiled in a scandal. We've learned the Kentucky sheriff who was charged with killing a judge yesterday in his chambers was embroiled in a scandal before the deadly encounter. Letcher County Sheriff Sean Steins gave a deposition this week. It was for a lawsuit accusing him of failing to investigate sexual abuse allegations involving one of his deputies. That deputy is said to have repeatedly sexually abused a woman in Judge Kevin Mullins' chambers. Kentucky State Police say Stein shot Judge Mullins several times following an argument yesterday. Stein surrendered without incident.
Wow.
Here we are.
Yeah, I think there had to be something with his niece.
So it didn't even have to do with him. It had to do with his deputies. Wow.
Yeah, but it's the good old boy system over here, and you're going to protect your damn deputies.
Yeah.
Not by unaliving.
Yeah.
The
So
judge.
who's the deputy who did this to the?
Yeah, that's what I want to hear. But I'm sure they know because if you did a deposition.
Well, if the news knows that it had to do with the deputy, then it has to, that deputy needs to be named. A deputy needs to be taken out of service and not be paid until an investigation is completely done. And then he needs to go to jail.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, that's what it should be. But this is a good old boy system over here. They'll sweep the shit under the rug like they did in Louisville.
Yeah. I mean, look what Chris Ryder's dealing with all the shit, and it wasn't even sexually motivated.
Maybe.
With all the different police agencies.
Say hi to everybody. Say
Oh,
hi.
that Jamie Knowles.
Hi.
Yep. Well, Jamie knows. JJ, the deputy sheriff,
Look,
it keeps piling on and piling on.
Yeah.
Look, you're right there.
He's finally gotten some restitution for the one
There
case.
you go. You have to look. Stop touching the computer. There you go. Good girl. That's my baby. That's my baby.
Yeah, it's messed
That's my
up over
girl.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know that, well, who was it? I think the DOJ and the FBI is getting ready to start investigating almost every law enforcement agency and city and county government here to try to break up the whole good old boy system.
Yep.
Because they're tired of all the civil rights complaints coming
Well,
out of here.
here's the whole thing is now that the First Amendment auditors have been around and they're bringing this stuff to light. Now that this thing has happened with the, guy being, impersonating the First Amendment auditor, it's going to be tougher. There's going to be more laws out there to protect these officers for officer safety.
Oh, they already have. They already have.
I know they have, but it's going to get worse.
Oh, I know.
Indiana with a 25-foot rule and all this crap.
Oh, shit. I was watching a case out of Greenwood County, Kansas, right? Where a bunch of people were charged with interfering for filming the traffic stop and yelling at the cops because they were trying to suppress the arrest and all evidence pertaining to said arrest because interference is not a crime with words.
Yep.
And
the First Amendment says you have the right to petition your government, and that's petitioning your government.
Yeah, but they're
the sooner they realize that these traffic laws with no victims is not a crime. They're saying more officers are killed. Well, the officers are killed during traffic stops. It's not during all this other stuff. So stop the traffic stops that are getting the officers killed.
I mean, fuck. Listen to the goddamn Tim's class you have to take. More people are killed on the highways than anywhere.
Yeah.
Police, fire, EMS. They're the most dangerous places to be dealing with accidents or even a traffic stop.
Try being a semi driver, which is what I do. And some of the stupid shit we have to deal with. And then it gets blamed on us when something happens.
Yeah.
Hey, Danny.
Especially
Danny, have you had
at 7 o'clock in the morning?
Have you had any issues with the illegals trying to get money from you before they slash in your tires?
No, because I'm a local driver. I just drive and haul grain.
Okay.
So I'm not out in the truck stops and stuff. But we do have. They're not illegals. They're coming to this country and working for the farmers, hauling grain and doing stuff. And they're just here to make money, and it's being sent back home to their countries. They're not doing anything for us here.
Why would they?
No. They're not doing anything to make the U.S. any better. They're just taking somebody else's job that could be doing that job.
No shit.
Exactly.
But they're also, not all of them are sending it back. A lot of them are keeping up enough money to open a business because as soon as they do that, they get $10 million tax-free for 7 years.
Whoa, hold on a second. You never said that. 10 million?
10 million to open a business. $10 million tax-free for 7 years.
10 million tax-free for 7 years.
Is it? It's over 7 years, isn't it?
Huh?
It's over 7 years. It's not 14. It's not $7 million.
It's 10 million over 7 years, tax-free.
Over 7 years. There you go.
And Harris's plan for American citizens is for a $50,000 loan.
Yeah, but what they're doing is, Andy, is
I know
they'll
it's
save
not
up
possible.
money. They'll get that loan. They'll open a business, right?
Not going to do jack shit.
No, 10 million will, because any money they make in that from that business. Why you think a lot of these people open gas stations, right?
Oh, I know that.
So right before the
know that.
7th year, what they'll do is they'll bring another family member in who will apply, transfer that business to that family member, and they just continue that so they don't have to pay any state or federal income tax.
Yep. It's fucking sad. It's disgusting, sad, and it also pisses me the fuck off.
Yeah, because you know what? As an American citizen, I have tried to file for business loans and been turned down. Don't make enough money, you know, because I'm here trying to do something. And get grants or to go to school. And no, you can't get that, but they'll give it to somebody who comes across the waters, has not done anything in the United States to do anything.
Yeah.
And most of them are.
The banks have been told to give these guys
Most of them are criminals, and a lot of them are criminals.
Yeah, if you're in the illegal, you can go into the bank, tell them you want to open a business. Here you go. Here's the money. You don't have to show the bank shit.
Yep.
Exactly.
And you don't have to guarantee it
you gotta
either.
show them is the federal bullshit documents they give you at the border.
Yeah,
Okay,
they get that loan, but then they don't have. Don't you really think they're gonna force them to pay it back?
No, they don't have to pay it back.
Exactly. It's bullshit.
Yep. So that's coming out of our tax money.
So there's going to be a lot of them that are going to pretend
It's coming out of tax money, but it's also coming out of your money in the bank.
They're going to pretend that they're going to start a business.
Yeah.
That's why I like being a part of the credit unions, because they can't do that in a credit union.
Even credit unions now have to. The federal government told them.
Well, they can't. They don't have to take those people as members of the union. You have to be a member of the credit union. I had to actually file an application to be a member of the credit union. I couldn't just go in there and walk in and open an account. I'm a member of the credit union.
Yeah, but like illegals, they can no longer deny them. The federal government told banks and
I can't see what it
you
says.
have to accept them.
I can't see what it says.
The dude abides.
Yeah.
I got this T-shirt free.
Because pretty much the government and Federal Reserve told all banks and credit unions, if you refuse to accept these people, we're going to pull your FDIC funding insurance. So if you go under, fuck you. You lose people's money. You pretty much screwed them.
Yeah. And what's the FDIC supposed to be? Supposed to be to protect our money, not to give it away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Harris, she talks about American citizens and all that shit.
Well, here's the thing, you know,
but then
they're talking about all these Haitians that come over, right?
But then she has no policy for us.
You wouldn't know something? You know what? Let Venezuela, let Honduras, let all these other fucking countries send all their deplorables up here, because you know what? It's going to happen. Anybody that really wants anything and wants to actually survive, they're going to go move into those countries and make them flourish.
Either that, or they're going to get, like you said, get rid of their birth certificate, stuff like that. Get rid of their
I've thought about
everything, and going to that nation and then just crossing the border.
Yeah.
Just say you're from the UK or you're from Ireland or some shit. I don't fucking know.
Even for countries, like Switzerland.
Burn off your damn fingerprints and everything else where they can't ID you. Yeah, come right back across.
Yeah.
My name is Jose.
My name is Jose Guadalupe Espinosa. I am from Honduras.
Well, if you remember right, Harris went to Haiti.
What's your name? I don't speak English.
Harris.
I Jesus.
Yep.
No.
If you remember right, Harris went to Haiti and to let those people know how they could get into the country. He didn't go there to help them. He went there to tell them to come here.
No.
And that was when Biden first took office. he did that.
Exactly.
He hasn't done nothing else.
Oh
Exactly.
shit! Hell, they've shipped them in here on military.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, they flew him in. You couldn't get him across the border anymore. They flew him straight into the country.
And they didn't even use regular airplanes because they can be shot down. Military, that's bulletproof.
Yeah,
They can still be shot. They can still be shot. They can still be shot down. But I'm just saying, if you have the right, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
What trouble we got over here also? We got too many
like
military
for
aircraft
example,
don't have to go through customs on the ramp.
Yeah, like for example, they were talking on the news today about how social or Secret Service is going to start taking care of Trump and vice presidents and everybody exactly the same as the president, and they're going to use military because that's more likely not to be shot at, and it's more protective and all that shit.
Yeah.
But and they passed the law on it.
Yep.
Yeah. So now we're going to lose a shitload of money because they're going to start paying more people for the Secret Service.
Well, that's the whole thing. You know, how it doesn't take more people to protect somebody. It takes more educated, common sense individuals to do the fucking job.
Exactly, Danny. Exactly. Just like that guy running on the fucking roof. Anybody could have saw him. Fucking citizens are the ones that turned that shit in, and they didn't do anything.
Yep. And those are people who weren't trained to do that job.
Exactly. So why not pay us or them? Fuck.
No.
If I was Trump and I was that guy that videotaped it, or the girl or guy or got the license plate and all that shit.
Yeah, they'd be the ones working on my Secret Service team.
No, if I was Trump and I was them that videotaped that shit that saved them, I'd be giving them a shitload of fucking money.
Yeah, I'd hire them as my security.
I'd be like, here's a fucking $1 million. You know, I have billions. You know, here's $1 million. It's like a penny to me.
I listen to the guy, the Secret Service director now.
For saving my life.
I listen to the Secret Service director now, and he's talking about they need more people and they take so much time to train them and all this bullshit. You know, like you just said, there were citizens that did that job that they are supposed to already know.
Exactly. You know, it's the fact of, do they really want to sacrifice their life for that person?
They're supposed to, but you got too many little fucking Gen Zers, fucking millennials that don't give a shit.
Yeah, exactly. Or you have people that are rooting for the other side.
Yeah. When the Secret Service is supposed to be nonpartisan.
Exactly.
They're not supposed to be Republican or Democrat. They're supposed to keep their politics out of it.
Yeah,
exactly.
They don't. They don't.
They used to. Now they don't.
Welcome to my live. If you'd like to join, I have a pin at the top. We're gonna end the live pretty soon, but if you have anything to talk about,
an hour ago.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to play that video.
Yeah.
The nightmare showed up.
Then you figured out I hadn't gone away. Really, I was listening, but I didn't know I wasn't being heard.
Yeah.
So I know I can't play solitaire and be a part of the panel.
Yeah, you can. You can just multitask.
Yeah, but you guys can't hear me because I was making comments, and you guys couldn't hear me. It looked like I was there, but I wasn't there.
Oh, because playing solitaire probably muted your phone.
Well, it puts the light or the StreamYard, the panel in the background and brings the. Yeah, it's not like what I can watch YouTube and play solitaire at the same time, and they're both on the same screen. But it won't do that with the. I mean, I probably could figure it out because I know I got a split screen thing that I can do on this phone.
Do you have a
It's a Samsung Ultra 24.
You can watch it. You could watch the live on TV if you wanted to, unless you're watching something else.
I mean, I got TV on too.
Yeah.
I'm watching Bones on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to go watch House again, but I got to turn a VPN on to do it.
Why?
Because House right now is only available in the damn European countries, not America.
House?
Yeah, I've been
That
watching
was a
House.
doctor?
Yeah.
I own all those. I have all those on disc, but I mean, they have House on
They have it on Netflix, but it's only.
They have it on Netflix and they have it on Amazon.
I just got the Farmer 5.
Amazon Prime.
Whatever will pick up on my antenna is what I got.
House.
Come on, get me back over to fucking.
I'm the most
Netherlands.
cheapest guy you'll ever meet.
I hate that.
Okay, so
pick one.
Yeah, so House is on Prime. It's also on Peacock.
Yeah, I don't have Peacock. I don't have Prime.
You have
And
Amazon.
I like, huh?
You have Amazon Prime.
No.
You don't have Amazon Prime.
I have Amazon account.
But you don't have Prime where you get free shipping?
No.
You might pretty soon. I think because I have it, I think there's some way that I can make it so that your account can have it too.
Not my business account.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure. Unless you want to make a different account and then you have access towards your the Amazon Prime videos, which also includes I believe shit, I don't brain fart. What's that video company? Barnes or no shit. Something plus.
Hey.
Paramount Plus is on Amazon Prime.
Finally got into Romania.
So yeah. So if I look on my TV and just ask because it's an Amazon or it's an Amazon TV, so I just fuck. I wish I could hold on a second. I'm gonna sign in with my phone.
And now that I got
So
my pickup truck back, I can get down and see Indiana. You know how much it cost me to fix that? That was $5,000 to fix that pickup truck.
No shit.
Yep. Transmission, radiator, catalytic converters, EGR valve and tube, and then it ended up being a new intake manifold.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Son of a
$5
bitch.
grand.
Camera.
So for my birthday, I'm buying myself an RC plane.
For my birthday,
What the fuck is wrong with this?
I want to buy an RPG.
I've already got I've got a slasher car. I've got an RC boat, and I've got a glider. But I'm gonna train on this other plane first. And a glider, I got to buy a controller to run it. But other than that, everything else has got their own controllers.
Mm.
See how it shows? Prime or Peacock?
Yeah.
I could have sworn that it was on Max also, but
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
You could watch The Walking Dead on Netflix.
yeah, I'm surprised it's not showing that.
Like I said, only in the European countries that it's available for Netflix.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's try something.
Yeah, because I'm sitting in
Hold on 1 second.
Romania right now and I can watch
on
it.
Netflix. I'll get on Netflix right now. Let's see. Come on, piece of shit. What?
He said, "Come on, you piece of shit."
Yeah.
You having
Yeah, you're right.
problems?
No, you're right. It's not on Netflix. Son of a bitch. It was on there
Yeah.
a few days ago.
Yeah, so I got
The Walking Dead is on Netflix.
Yeah. Yeah. They move shows around.
Yeah.
I just got done watching all the Breaking Bads.
Oh, I've already watched
that. Haven't finished.
I've
watched it so Anna.
I've
Oh, have
watched
you
all
watched-
of Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, and then
hold on a
the
second.
movie.
Oh, the El Camino?
Yeah, I've watched
Okay.
that, Better Call Saul, and Breaking Bad.
Okay, have you ever watched Prison Break?
I've tried. I can't get into it.
It's on Netflix. It's on
Yeah.
Netflix.
Okay, I will enjoy that.
Dude, Prison Break was awesome. I love that.
I would enjoy that. I just watch
I
it.
love it. I love that show.
Yeah, check private because right now I need to hurry up and watch House.
Yeah. Have you seen The Walking Dead? KS?
Oh, okay. Maybe that's why you're having issues. Okay. Yeah. All right. If you have to go, okay. We don't have any people watching anyway, so
You don't.
hello, you all.
Hey, pull up one of the videos of the RC Aero Scout. That's a plane I'm getting. It's an
RCO?
I'll
RC
catch you all
Aero
later.
Scout. And what it is, it's a trainer plane, and it's only a couple $100. And what it does is the remote on it, if you like, you lose control of it.
Can you spell that for me?
AERO RC, which is just capital letters.
Wait,
Aero
go ahead.
Scout. It's AERO SCOUT.
Aero
Aero Scout. 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 No. SCOUT.
SCOUT.
No. OUT.
Just put it in the private. I can barely hear you.
I will. Hey, man, I may have spelled it wrong. Nope, it is. Okay, there it is.
Oh, I had it spelled right.
Yeah, but you kept trying to throw an R into Scout or an E into Scout or something. I don't know. It sounded like you were trying to anyway.
So you're trying to get
Yeah.
Is it a remote control?
It's a remote control airplane. Yeah.
Okay.
And the controller on it comes with it. The only thing you got to buy is battery and a charger. and you can actually do barrel rolls and loops and that kind of stuff with it. And if you look at it real close, the prop is actually behind the wings. So you like when you flies and stuff.
That's awesome. We always talk about the Aero Scout. We love it as a trainer, as somebody that's wanting to get into the hobby. It's such a good flying aircraft, even if it does look a little funny. That's the only complaint we ever hear about it. It's like, well, I want an airplane that kind of looks like an airplane. Trust us. The Aero Scout is amazing. Not just if you're a beginner, you throw floats on it, take it out to your local pond, lake, enjoy it. Me and Pete did that at Joe Nall a couple years ago. So much fun. But what we're going to see right now is a
lot of Aero Scouts. It's about to be a good time. Hey, it's a trainer airplane, but it's still like one of my favorites.
See?
Oh, that's nice.
Ollie's has winglets. Hey, sir, are we allowing modifications?
This is somewhat of a
A
modification.
little bit.
What is that? This is what makes. Look.
I mean, basically, it's like a
Yep. Taken all my years of product development knowledge here at Horizon Hobby and poured every ounce of knowledge, every ounce of skill into making the pinnacle Aero Scout. Can't
you
wait to
take
see
that
it.
plane and you double the length of it, and that's the size of my glider.
Wow.
So that's what I'm going to be learning on. That was a barrel roll.
Right, everybody, into the middle.
I can't see that one.
Loops, 4-mate in the middle, right in front of us. Full power loops.
That's a loop.
I should have said left to right.
See how many of the guys that got out there flying them all at one time?
Keep going,
Yeah.
loops, lots of loops. Get more coordinated. Loops. Oh.
Somebody bounce
That
the wheels
takes
off.
some skill. Those are not beginners doing that.
Just continual roll.
Don't crash it. You ought not to crash it.
There went one to the ground.
Right, slow, right in the middle, in front of us. Dead slow, as slow as you can.
See how slow that one's going? It's just kind of sitting there.
Yeah. That's awesome. That is
So they do like make it so it's like a fucking air or helicopter where it just stands still.
Well, it's
I mean,
it's
they're still moving forward a little bit, but they're really slow.
yeah, and it's because it's a small glider, if you think of it that way.
Those are really cool, man.
The wings are and it's what they call foamy.
How much are they?
It's about $200. Well, I'm getting mine cheaper because I'm getting it used, and the guy's throwing in a battery and everything. So you can buy them at Amazon for like $179, I think, and then you got to buy the battery, which is another $36 and something, and then a charger for it. So you end up with a little over $200 on it.
Yeah,
But
and the remote.
right down the road, well, the remote comes with it.
Yeah.
You get everything but the battery and the charger.
I'm just wondering how easy it is to crash it and break it.
Well, it's what they call a foamy. They're made out of styrofoam. And so they're real light, basically, except for the batteries and stuff that's in it. And then to crash them and stuff, like that one crash, there was no reason for that. The guy just lost control of it. If he would have stopped using his controls altogether, it would have planed out and stayed right, flying, but it would have just planed out.
Yeah.
That's safe mode. Those guys were flying on expert mode. So those guys are more skilled than a trainer.
They know what they're doing. They've been flying them. They've been flying them forever.
Yeah. So there's a training mode, a moderate mode, and an expert mode on that remote on that. Now, once you get you get another controller that you're going to fly multi-planes with, that plane will program to that controller, so you don't have to worry about using the one that comes with it.
Really? You can fly 2 planes with one remote.
Well, one controller you can fly multi-planes with. And
Oh, I
because
see.
they have several channels in them.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you can. It just works for one plane, but
Yeah.
you have to just
But
reprogram it for that plane.
yeah, once you get it programmed, you save that program. And when you get ready to
Yeah.
fly that plane again, you just go to that program. It's all set up. Because each plane's different. I was
Well,
over
yeah,
there.
it has to be, or else their remote would affect the other planes.
Well, not just that. The way they fly. So
Yeah.
you got your tail fin, you got your rudders, and then you got your air, or what do they call them? It's I'm not gonna make them. Anyway. You got flaps, and you've got another set of flaps that are out farther on your wings. So with all that going on, depending on how much stuff you got on your plane, like I've got on this
Wow! Look at
glider.
that! Look at them landing. That is
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
They're taking off again.
Yep, that's what they call touch and goes. But there's guys out there who've got planes that are like $6,000 that they're
Yeah.
flying out here at this little airport down here by me. That it's Jefferson Township Park, and they've got
So
a
you're
flying
allowed to
circus
drive.
club.
You're around these. You're allowed to fly these.
Yep.
On like drones and shit like that.
Yeah, you can take drones, planes. We take our RC cars out there and play when they're not flying. I mean, flying's the priority.
Oh, so it has to be. So it has to be in a certain area. Okay.
Yeah, they got a whole area. They've got their runway out here at Jefferson Park. Matter of fact, if you go on to my Dano Small Town Report, I've got a couple videos of the planes that I took.
Danny, I've tried to get that. I tried to find your other account so many times, but I can't. I only have your the 2 that I have.
Yeah, it's Danos, DANOS, Small Town Reports. All just put it all in one word.
Okay.
Danos.
Someday,
Here, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, just text it to me or something like that.
You don't have to use the asterisk over the in between the O and the S, but that's what it is.
Yeah. You know, I changed my name.
Oh, really? Are you called Sue now or what?
No, I meant Indiana / Indiana Auditor. I changed it to just Indiana no /. But yet the only way to find my damn channel is if you use that /. So I changed it back. And I'm like thinking, what the fuck?
Did you have to wait a period of time before you could change it back?
No, because I only changed it twice. If I want to change it back with no Indiana _ without the underscore, I think I have to wait another week and a half.
Yeah, something like that.
It's 2 weeks after you do it.
See if you can get into it off of that.
Okay.
And then you can see the one plane that this guy's got, I think, $6,000 in the one plane. And what he does with it, he's at the runway and he sets the plane up on end and just has it standing there.
There we go. I found you.
That's where I've got all the stuff with the video in the town council meeting for Monroeville.
Later, Bryce.
Yeah, Bryce took off on us.
Yeah.
We're having
Yeah,
too much
I found
fun.
it. There we go.
Yeah, that's that ugly cuss. See, and that was the fire. That fire happened just at the park, but it was at the far end, and I happened to be out there watching them fly and seeing it start. And I went, and that picture right there is on Channel 15 News. That was a tractor
really?
that caught fire, and it had a baler on it, and that's the fire where, you know how, like before they bale straw, they've got the line of straw, and then they go along, collect it, and make the bales.
Yeah.
That line of fire, the tractor's right in the middle where the real big glow spot is. The smoke's coming off of it. And those little pops, that was the tires popping.
I don't know what time it is, but it's about 10 o'clock, 9:56 right now. It's been going on for, maybe 15, 20 minutes. No fire trucks in the area right now.
That doesn't even sound like you.
On.
Well, that was straight off my phone.
They're supposed to be here.
I called for the fire trucks.
I called them.
That's off of Webster Road, and they sent them to Webster Street in Fort Wayne. Sent a completely different department.
Oh, people.
Yep, now, Fifth, when you
50 Cent exposes all the rappers Diddy slept with.
Now, Fifth, when you continue,
those must be just videos that are on there. Go and look at.
No, I don't call him gay.
Look at the playlist and pull up Jefferson Township Park.
What's that?
Go to the playlist, pull up Jefferson Township Park.
Okay, hold on one second.
And there actually is a video on there of a kid flying that Aerostar, and that was his maiden voyage, which he was, his dad had another transmitter, but he was doing his solo flight.
There's your podcast.
Yeah. Well, go into the playlist, and it should have Monroeville, Jefferson Park.
There is no playlist.
Well, should have one.
Says you have one subscriber, which is me, and you have one video.
Oh, BS. There's more than that. I can't do it off the panel. I can't do it with this phone to get in there. But I've got more than one video. Because I got the fire. The fires at Jefferson Town.
Okay, there's Dano's Small Town Report. There's Dano's Small Town Report, which I subscribe to. Which you have 100 subscribers.
There you go.
So maybe you have another channel that you don't even remember.
No, because that's where the fire's at. That's got the. There, hit on that blue one. There you go. That's the airport. The RC airport.
Do you have to do it at an airport?
The
I know.
FCC has some restrictions about flying in neighborhoods and stuff, and they're real strict on the drones.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of laws for the drones and stuff like that. So just go out to the airport if you want to try them.
Well, this is at Jefferson Township Park. So this is a RC airport.
Okay.
See that the runway is just that long. That's it.
Yeah.
So it's not very long. It would be a real quick stop in a big plane, put it that way. And you tear up the buildings and everything else.
Yeah.
They've got a pavilion type thing that is behind where I'm taking the video from.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is Dale flying this one or not. No, that's one of the other guys. But I was out there a week and a half ago, and a guy crashed a plane that he was just getting set up. And it was a big plane.
Yeah.
And he ended up falling down, tripping, and all that
Or a
stuff.
remote control one?
There should be 2 more remote control videos in there.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go. Probably gonna end the. Well, hold on a second. Let me see what's going on here. Description. Pilots contest. Let's try this.
Okay, that's the string planes, if I remember right. Those guys, there's several of them over there doing that too.
That's a pretty one. That's a pretty one, but that doesn't mean it flies the best, you know.
Well, those are string planes where the guy's standing in the middle and they're going around in circles, and they got some trips that they can do with those too.
A while ago, didn't it?
There you go.
What's he doing?
He's standing in the middle. He's got a thing in his hand. It's got two strings on it. And what that does is it makes it go up and down. It flips around and everything. So if you watch, he'll go around, he'll make it do a big loop and everything, and he'll kind of stop for a minute and do a bunch of stuff. And then they land it the same way.
Remote controls really don't have the strings to them, though.
No, these aren't remote control. These are stringies.
Oh, okay.
So they had a contest there with these guys one day, and they're over off of the backside of the clubhouse there. So they got quite a bit of property to work with. There's another one that's got the plane. It's a big remote control, and I don't know if I put the guy's name on there or not, but it's Mark Stanzo.
Yeah.
It'll be in there. It's like one of the first two or so, I think. Maybe a third one.
Dora's got a brand new show.
That's a commercial.
Are you monetized?
No.
Why'd you have ads? Why are there ads?
I don't know. Nobody's sending me any money.
Well, you can't
Okay.
be monetized. That's weird.
Let me see. This one. But the guys have got
it's like 30 minutes long, so let's see if we can find a good.
See if you can see the plane in there anywhere. The one the guy's got a plane that's all patriotic wrapped. Okay, that's the stringies again. That's stringies. Oh, now I'm okay. Those are the RC planes, but that's not the one.
Out of here.
That's not it either.
I played all 7.
Well, the one guy's got, you'll see his plane. It's patriotic, and he'll come to the runway and he'll be flying upside down and all sorts of stuff. It's down on that end of the runway where he was at. That's still a little one. That's not very big. I mean, they're big, but they're not as big as this one. The one that I'm trying to find for you is that the guy is so big, to put it in to take his wings off and put the fuselage in the back of an 8-foot bed. Catty corner, he has to take the full tail fin off. Okay. Now you're getting down into a bunch of other stuff I've done.
There's another memorial one.
There's a string flying contest. See how they,
Yeah.
if you watch that one real quick, you see him getting ready to do a loop with it. See?
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, the
That's
only
really
thing I
cool.
ever knew they did is fly around circles. So I watched that because I used to have one and went up and went down. That was it. I don't know where Marks is at.
Yeah, see how the red shows that I played it.
Yeah.
Search through it. But who knows? Maybe it's on your other channel.
Nope, it's on this one. It's in the thing. I'd have to open up my computer and turn on my hotspot to get into that one and find it.
Yeah, we'll find it someday and we'll play it.
Well, either that or you'll have to come up here. I plan on going over there tomorrow. But I'm not going to be flying yet because I won't get my plane till Monday. Thought I was going to get it Wednesday, but that didn't work out. So. Oh,
Okay,
guess
buddy.
what I found
Well,
out today?
What's that?
I was going through and doing my online banking and checking everything out like I normally do. And I checked my credit card, and all of a sudden I had $2,188 available. And I went into it, and I'm like, what? And somehow the bank put $2,190 or $89.40 or something like that in my account. It's
For what
not
reason?
mine. I didn't make the deposit. I already called them about it to try to figure out where it come from. I mean, I'll take it if they want to give it to me, but
hey, get down.
Cat getting up and stuff.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
She wants to play.
Yeah.
But it's bedtime.
Yeah, I understand that. I've taken a nap all day long because I haven't done nothing. I had to get another tire for my one lawnmower. I put new tires on it, and one tire, I guess, when
Sounds like me every day.
when I lit it up to get it to seal up, it made the seam of the tire split, and so I had to go buy another tire to put on there. So I still haven't mowed any yard yet. Mowed one time this whole year.
Dude,
My yard looks
there's
like shit.
There are so many times I wanted to go mowing, but I just cannot stand the heat.
Well, that's the way it is with me and breathing. So, I mean,
think
there's
it's
some
the
days at work
medication.
I don't do anything.
Yeah. All right,
But
buddy.
You
I'll
could
talk
ride
to you
around
later,
on a
okay?
lawnmower mow, couldn't you?
Oh yeah, I'll help you out if you need help.
If I can get my stuff fixed. So that's planned for
buddy.
tomorrow to get that fixed, and then go out to the airport for a while.
Sweet. You have to tell me all about it. If I'm
Okay.
available tomorrow, maybe I'll give you a call and I'll go with you.
Yeah. Well,
I have to
you know where New Haven is, don't you?
New Haven, yeah.
Okay, so as you're coming out of New Haven going towards Ohio, not on 30, but on Dawkins Road, which is, I don't know what they're calling it, Lincoln Highway, I guess, right there in New Haven.
Yeah. You can tell me later. I'll ask you on the phone.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's what I plan on doing tomorrow. I was going to do it today, and I didn't get energized enough. But
all right. I hope
tomorrow's
everybody has
supposed to rain too.